Hello, pull up a chair and join us in the alcove here with episode 41 of our homebrewed 5th edition D&D campaign, the Chaoslands.
Woo!
So chaotic.
Very chaotic.
As always, before we start, we have a handful of quick announcements, so let's go through them right now. We go live on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Close enough. On both Twitch and YouTube, with VODs available immediately after the stream ends. You can follow and/or subscribe to both of those to get a notification whenever we're going live. While you're following us, you'll also find links to all of our social media accounts down below. Our Twitter, Instagram, and our TikTok.
Oh, God. Sorry.
You're gonna get us in trouble.
I was making sure the audio.
Go ahead and follow those for all of the latest news and schedule updates, as well as some awesome character art, profiles, and other fun things. Also, a big shout out to Syrinscape, because epic games need epic sound. Syrinscape is a digital app with a collection of amazing sound sets and music that we use to improve the ambiance of our game and stream. If you're looking for a way to improve the immersion at your RPG table, go check them out at Syrinscape.com.
I think we switched to this one.
I see. But last week, I don't think. Did you guys switch back?
I don't know.
Because last week we were opposite.
We didn't do anything last
We lost the sponsorship, guys.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We also occasionally use music from Critical Role's Welcome to Taldore and Welcome to Wildmount Collection albums, as well as some royalty-free music courtesy of Riot Games. Links to those can be found below. Alright, that's everything.
Okay.
So let's begin our dive into the Chaos.
Keep going. I don't intend it yet.
music. Is that the Super Max thing?
I hate that so much.
I know, they found a way to rub it in even more.
Yeah.
Are we still talking about
Anyway.
Different sport.
I need a super art in yourself.
1 second.
Oh no.
Any minute now.
Waiting for that dramatic effect.
Any minute now.
You're saying you really like this Max guy?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not playing on
Dropping
but
Master off a cliff.
Hey, come on. Real rich coming from a goldfish.
let's try this one.
Do you have your audio on?
I do.
Time swings wide. It's asterisk.
I think I do.
I do. Do you have the tab muted? Do you have something muted? There you go.
I was behind you.
It's gonna go off. This trigger.
Would you guys stop scheming?
The Iron Will. Returning to Ward 3 and freeing Arkmir from a magical vow of servitude placed upon him by Ezekiel Miralar, discovered that Miralar had recently been plagued by whispers and an obsession with something lying deep underneath his headquarters in the Mushroom Lounge. You followed him and Lyra Lovelace, whom you had discovered to be his daughter, into the depths of the ward, finding an underground cavern that seemed to be a means for their organization, the Gulvendalis, to smuggle goods and people into and out of their base of operations safely, as well as a small, roughly mined rocky crevasse that led you further into the depths of the land beneath the Rexate of Schema. This crude mine eventually ended and connected to a much larger network of caves. That in turn led to a rather precipitous drop into a large, narrow canyon of sorts, where you also discovered an entrance to an ancient stone ruin. It was here in the glowing crystalline cavern, on the cusp of this ancient complex, that you discovered your acquaintance and prior patron, Harriet Halfstep, chief engineer of Schema. She revealed that she had been captured by Miralar and put to work on trying to understand these ruins, particularly a large floaty orb of red lightning located within. She mentioned that Ezekiel had recently made his way hurriedly down and into the ruins, while placing a magical barrier on the entrance to stop anyone from following. A little while later, Lyra had come through, using some strange magic to temporarily disable the barrier and step into the ruins herself. As you all approached the barrier, you saw strange runes carved on the wall, which, upon Astra's reading them, sparked up and became charged with became charged with energy. Energy which the big one was able to use his electrosteel arm to channel, focus, and break the barrier with. As you all gathered your nerve and preparations at the threshold of these ruins, that is where we pick up. So, what are y'all doing?
I run out the cave the other way.
You just get to that wall and then you're stuck.
In this dimly lit, small cavern with a lantern and a workstation that's set up, Harriet Halfstep is turned around after your conversation about potentially delving deeper into this, and gotten to work on almost a small workstation that you set up. You see all sorts of like glass tubes, vials of sorts, as well as like a small box of just parts, empty bottles, rough random pieces of metal that she's working with. She gives out a shout. Do y'all, any of y'all want anything? Anything in particular?
What you got?
Is there anything you want me to make in particular?
If we're diving into whatever unknown is in there, is everybody okay in terms of health potions and other supplies?
I may need more water.
That you can have my water skin.
Arkmir needs a beverage.
Do you have a spritzer? I'll make.
Can you
that
make
later.
me a hat with 2?
I mean, not within the next hour or so.
We'll figure that out later.
What can you make?
If you have any idea of anything that you're looking for, we can make some. I've got enough materials here for maybe 2 or 3 vials or contraptions.
Wild.
You know, sometimes the stuff that I make doesn't. It works perfectly,
Well, the more we can be prepared,
Well, that's
even,
good.
even if it doesn't.
but it's a bit unpredictable. It can kind of do different things. So we'll try to make what you need, and hopefully it'll work.
Do you have something that can light a fire quickly?
I can make that.
Keep that away from me, please.
That'd be nice.
Okay.
That'd be handy.
You aren't. Are you able to make health potions, or is that kind of out of your expertise?
I mean, I can make potions. Can't guarantee which one you get. It's a little bit of a complex alchemical process.
The thing
you
that
never
you
know
helped me
what's
down
gonna turn
the
out.
ledge with. Are you able to make any more of those?
Oh yeah, that should be easy.
Oh, it might be best to have one of those.
Okay.
You might not be able to tell, but I'm a little on the larger side. But again, does everybody have sufficient health potions? Because I have 2 on me. I could give one away if we feel like we need it.
I think I may need one. But
I
I'll
have.
check.
I
I
have
think we already
one.
did that, but I can't
Yeah.
remember who used what.
I have one that I have not used.
I have a regular potion.
I have 2 regulars.
I got
I
a
have-
regular and a greater.
I have the same.
Okay, so I'll hang on to that. I think we divvied this up before, so I'll hang on to this. Just a reminder that you are now with the platinum band on.
Yes.
So that gives you things.
No
You're
brain
in,
escape somewhere.
Nope, not branding smite. I've smited you.
1 AC, 1 to saving throws, resistance to all damage.
Correct. So yeah, 1 AC, saving throws, resistance to all damage, and then basically I take half the damage you'd get.
And that is
As,
always?
as long as you stay within 60 feet of me. If you go outside of that range, it'll break. If I choose to break it,
Punch myself. Does he feel it?
No.
Are you able?
I have to. I have
It's
to
not the
be.
time.
I have to turn it on, but it is.
Oh,
You do. You do have the requirements needed.
Can you make any potions that can make me wiser? Like a potion of wisdom.
Yeah, that's probably good. Anything that can like. Do you have a tinfoil hat?
Yeah.
Any way to stop people from getting into his
I
brain?
can.
Blender
Yeah,
of a book.
I mean, if either of you wants to help me, I can certainly. Big one. You should be trained in some of this stuff.
As long as we're not dealing with harmful things, then I can. I mean, you might remember, and I'll just point to my arm. I don't have. I don't like working with alchemic solutions.
Okay,
but
we'll work on something together. Five of you, and she kind of like walks over and like motions to you to come along with anything you all want to do while they're working.
I'm gonna go to Arkmir.
We haven't really had a moment to catch a breath since the encounter we had in the previous cavern. But how are you feeling?
It's just one thing after another, isn't it?
Appears that way.
Are my arms translucent at all, or are there whole? Like,
If you haven't sprayed water on them recently,
Yeah.
yes, they are.
Okay.
You also feel like a little bit sick, like almost nauseous sorts.
Well, I feel. I think. I'll be honest, Calthier. I again in a situation where I don't know what's happening, and to be honest, I don't feel the greatest.
Do you mind if I take a look at your arms? I haven't.
No, not at all.
I'm just gonna take a
cuts
look
one
and
off.
see.
Yeah.
I need a sample.
Yeah.
I want to just inspect it to see if I can figure out if it's arcane in nature or if it's purely like an actual like total physical change. Like if it's anything like medically I've seen anything similar to.
Make a medicine check.
No. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm
You're
just
rolling 2 then.
because I have disadvantage. 16.
He's a tired boy.
You're still lost.
I have 1 level of it.
16 with disadvantage. Dang.
I have pretty good medicine.
It's interesting. It's not entirely arcane. There's definitely a natural component to it. It seems like it's progressing, and it seems like if it had been dealt with immediately, might have not gotten this bad, and if it is dealt with immediately now, it might not get much worse. But it can definitely, it's growing more and more. Like it's worsening. Like even Arkmir can notice that like the part of the patch of skin that was translucent, like that seems to be growing as it gets like longer. Like originally it was just like a thin strand, now it's like a little bit thicker.
I see.
I kind of want to let him turn into Aquaman.
But is it like maybe I don't have a good enough roll, or I just can't tell? Does it seem to be spreading like some sort of infectious disease or poison or something, or is it something beyond that?
Make a nature check.
I don't know.
Hell infected me.
5.
In your past experience, you haven't really come across anything similar.
Yeah.
And so it could be either. Could be neither.
Neither.
There is a disease in fish called Ichthyopteris
Stop.
multiplilis.
That's 100% what
That's
I got.
it.
Yeah.
Astra just says that out of nowhere.
From the other side of the room.
The only thing I got from
Unrelated, she
like
hasn't even
fish
heard us,
syphilis.
she's just talking about fish.
Can you also make a perception?
Yeah. Perception. I don't actually have, that's really annoying. I'll try this different die. Let's see. Ooh.
Oh, that's not.
24 with disadvantage.
Damn.
What
Um,
disadvantage?
While you're inspecting Arkmir, you can't help but just like give him a quick once over, and you do notice 2 patches of skin on his neck, like around
gills.
here, that are just getting a little bit lighter in hue and as red hue than the rest of his skin.
Getting gills.
You appear to be turning into a fish.
What?
There's a disease in fish called.
Asher, stop. I know you like talking about fish syphilis, but
Unfortunately, I haven't seen anything like this before, though it does appear to be
Fish syphilis.
worsening. I'm not sure if I can do anything about it, but I'm going to give something a try if you don't mind.
Please. What is on my neck? Do I like feel anything if I touch it, or?
It doesn't feel any different to the touch.
Okay.
Do you need me to hold them?
No, I think.
I go and I grapple him anyway.
Shh, and I stab him through the heart. No. I'm. I don't. I'm just gonna try it anyways. I'm going to try to do a lesser restoration on him and see if it has any effect.
it kills him.
It Yeah, it helps with
The symptoms
blinding,
worsen.
deafening,
Wait, I think
paralyzing,
for the
or
next
poisoning.
for the next 24 hours, you are dominated by a Calthier.
So nothing's changed.
That's the restoration. Just roll a d20 plus your like spellcasting modifier.
$16.
You get to work and you can describe how you cast the spell, what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys know how it works, right? No, I kind of hold my hands together for a sec. I can't remember if you guys have seen it before, but I do have like, I mentioned it, but there is like the kind of like beaded, like wrapped around on my one arm. So I just gonna hold that for a sec. My hands, there's like a faint glow under them, and then I just place them on your arm where it is, and it kind of just glows for a second, and then while I mutter something in Elvish.
I understand it this time.
As he passes it over, this like strange, almost like dark shadow plus like wraps around where the translucent skin is, and it slowly dissipates into almost like a glowing, like soft white glow. It looks improved. Looks remarkably improved. The lines on the neck are still there.
Yeah. This is obviously not a permanent solution, but
You feel better. You don't feel as nauseous anymore. It's almost like immediately the nausea kind of goes away. Your throat is less parched.
did it change? Like, did his arms change?
His arm
appearance a bit?
changed appearance back to normal.
Okay.
Without drinking water.
I don't know how long this will last, but it appears to have done. So, how do you feel? Do you feel any different?
Feel a whole lot better.
I feel real good.
Sounds amazing.
No, you're getting a lot better at this.
I hope it's. There's only so much that I'm able to do. Unfortunately, I couldn't help with the previous ailment that was bestowed upon you, but if I'm able to help this, I'll keep looking into it and seeing if there's anything else that I can do. But at least for now, at least we know there is a temporary reprieve from this, beyond just drinking all of our water.
Well, thank you. And I'm just gonna start loading up on more, well, whatever water I can into my cloak's pockets.
There's a couple of barrels of water around that you can like fill your flask and water skins. And stuff.
I'm just gonna like
60
splash
pounds
some
in my
water on my face. Does that do I feel any different doing that? Or
It feels refreshing.
okay, but just as normal, like as I normally would.
It feels a little more refreshing than you're used to.
Ah.
Is
And
there
you
any
look like you're in like a Neutrogena
like,
commercial.
Guys, you should try this. This is the best water I've ever used.
It's like this
not
disgusting
from
brown.
around. If it's not from Mordate, I just
So is that just like your like water skin, or did you find like is there like pools of water in the cave?
There's no pools
Barrels.
of water, but there's a couple of barrels.
Oh, barrels.
Like,
okay.
Probably what Harriet's using for water.
You're just sitting in one of the barrels.
Yeah, you see Harriet walk over to one of the bottles and like fill a couple of vials of water.
Okay.
As she
I was gonna go over to Harriet.
help her.
Harriet, have you ever seen anything like this? Like, I'm just gonna kind of show my neck.
he's turning into a fish.
Like, hey, Calthier, you might
Check
be.
it out. It's okay.
I'll be like,
Takes his shirt off.
Have you ever seen
I don't
anything
think
like
I've ever seen
this?
anything like that. Are those gills?
Or are you just happy to see me?
well, did you come across when you came to this cave? Actually, no, you were covered, weren't you? At that point?
Yeah, I don't actually know what's out back there.
Okay.
What is out back there? Maybe I don't want to know yet about that.
There's something that's being kept down here that's I don't know.
I said I don't want to know. She walks. He just walks over.
Better, you know.
She walks over to the
Probably
desk.
the less
I'm gonna
people.
pin her down. You know.
The less people who know better, probably the better. If we want to keep it locked away.
I want to see if I can find a rag. Or
There's probably a rag lying about that was used to like clean some supplies or something along those lines, just like a work rag.
Makes Molotov?
Maybe a little bit oil stained.
Oh, yeah.
So I have 2 remaining bottles of terrible spud brows.
Oh, wait, you made it.
I have it. That I want to try to turn them into a Molotov cocktail. So I will.
I have a
I will tear a piece of
Tinder
of
flint
one of the
thing.
rags, and then I will like dampen with the liquid and set fire to see how well it catches.
It catches pretty easily, and it seems to be holding the cloth seems to be holding the flame, and it would travel down it into whatever substance you would place it into. You think you could make pretty reliable Molotov cocktails, assuming the liquid that you were using had enough potency.
That's excellent. I take a swig.
And you're
And then I stuff like 2 pieces of rag into the cap of the 2 bottles, and I have them.
Just give me 2. Actually, I'll roll these.
Okay.
oh shit.
What's your? I don't remember. The brew was pretty bad, right? Okay, just give me a d20 as well.
A D20?
If it's bad, it should make it more
Yeah,
Yeah,
flammable.
just a d20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like an
7.
80% alcohol.
Okay.
It's just pure alcohol.
Yeah.
We're all hitting the mics now.
Okay.
I mean, it has literally like
The ale thing on it. Yeah.
on it.
Just mark down on your own end bottle 1 and bottle 2, please.
Bottle 1 and bottle 2.
Yes.
Shit.
You stuffed one better than the other.
I'm
why
going
did
to
it
be
explode
kind
on
of
you?
nonchalantly just kind of walking around, looking around, kicking some stones, and then I'm gonna bring Hoku out and then ask him, Hoku, can you get us in touch with Haster?
As you pull Hoku out, he seems like he's shaking a little, like he's quivering, and he's like a little bit scared and cowering.
Buddy,
He like nuzzles up into you.
what's wrong?
That would be 2 if I was stuffed in the backpack.
Yeah. just got air for the first time.
What's wrong, buddy?
You get a vision in your mind of. Actually, I'll just message you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh-oh. Rippy's just sending me pictures of butts.
Oh no.
And they
Dragon.
Let me see.
Poor Hoku. Scaredy boy.
Okay. And like he looks up at you, he looks in your eyes and like blinks a couple of times and just like shivers and like cowers up against you.
Buddy, do you think we shouldn't go in there? Yes, we should.
What the?
You just
What just happened?
I just see Astra like shaking.
Yes,
Like
yes,
nuzzles into you.
we should go in there? Or no, we shouldn't go in there? No, we
You
shouldn't.
get a
yes, go
decided
in.
thing in your mind that says no, you should.
What's gonna happen
Stay
if we
away.
go in there?
Compelling
I
argument.
know, yeah.
Yeah, that means
You're scared?
death
Yeah,
is
of what?
peppermint.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the group. Guys, I don't know about this. Something in my gut and Hoku are telling me this is not a good idea. I don't think we should go in there.
Well, I mean, nobody's forcing any of you to go in there.
Well, I don't want to be left out either. I don't want you guys to go
Well,
in
you
there
don't have
and
any
then have
friends
me.
anyways. Didn't say that.
I'm gonna-
Anyway, she said the only thing she's scared of losing is her friends, but she doesn't have any friends.
Hey. I don't know about this, guys.
Well, I don't really have much of an option because the only exit's way up there, and I almost died getting down here. And I think I owe it to Harriet and to Schema to find out what's going on. But again, I'm not forcing any of you guys to come along.
I know, but I don't want to miss out. But I don't want you guys to go, but I don't want to go either. So if we could all let's just go back. Also, look at Hoku. He's shaking.
I don't like the sounds he makes.
He's scared. Guys.
Astra, can you make an intelligence check for me really quick?
Yes.
Roll a d4.
1.
11.
No. You look.
Right? Oh, wait. Yes.
It's a generous.
Well, 11. You keep thinking about the runes above the door. Your eyes kind of keep being drawn back to them. The words that are carved up there.
Arc and Scad near Loom.
Yeah, something in your mind just doesn't sit right with those words.
If I take a moment, and jumble them around, is it like the Mirror of Erised, where it's like, I mean, I know if it's backwards, it doesn't really, it's like Mool, Ren, Dax, Nah.
Did you just summon a cobra?
You try to reason through, and actually something about that clicks in your mind. It's not just one word. If you start working, you start separating it out into different words and trying to, again, like looking at them, because you don't understand what the languages are, you just can read them. You start breaking it apart into smaller chunks and trying to read them together and seeing, and the last two suddenly click to you. They mean protects, protections, something along that line. The first three, you try to jumble them around, you try to put them in any sort of order. They don't seem to make much sense to you. But the last two, you think that might be what they mean. Something in your gut, something in the way that you're looking at it, it all of a sudden clicks and it's like, oh, okay. That means protects. Don't know what the first half means.
Okay.
Maybe try rotating the symbols.
I just don't think we should go in there. I think, like the runes, I think they're keeping people out for a reason.
Question, Liam.
Yes.
When I went to the Rift in Cornwall, did it also have any visible runes in the arch? Or the archway?
Make a history check.
History check. I can't be good at that. There's no way I'm good at that.
Being bad.
17?
Hey.
The path down to the Rift in Cornwall led you through a bunch of tunnels. It wasn't just like a straightforward path. There were a bunch of different ruins, a bunch of different natural formations, places where the caves became dark, places where it was infested with goblins, places where there were large lava flows all along. Went through a few different ruins along the way. Some of them had runes on them. Some of them might even have had runes that looked similar to this, but you couldn't read all of them. You could read some of them. Some of the runes down there were definitely of like dwarvish runes, giant runes, runes that you would recognize. But there were also many runes that you went through where you did not recognize those runes. There was no similar hallway or archway or anything that you remember. You just remembered similar sort of architecture, but there was no clear entrance. This is very clearly like an entrance.
Okay. Do I recognize the runes on this archway as dwarvish or giant?
No.
don't know what else we can do. I mean, Muralar seems pretty intent on being in here and doing something. We don't know what that is. He had Lyra follow him. He, in a way, invited us down there. Whatever's down there is bigger than any one of us, it seems like. But if what's down there is dangerous to the city and could have eventually ruin the city, I can't stand by and let that happen.
Hoku, what do you think? Should we stay back and let them go? Should we? Yes. Don't let them go. Nobody.
Just like begins to almost fly off back in the opposite direction, and then like circles back around, and just like sits back down on your shoulder.
Hoku, we know you're a bit of a bitch.
Turns around and flies straight into the cave.
If anybody has any other ideas, I mean, what's down there already seems to be in motion. I mean, Muralar.
I'm curious. I'm very curious because I've been to a place like this back home and can't help but think that might lead me closer to Anya, just to see what's down there.
Does Hoku know what he's scared of? Like, why he's afraid? I mean, we don't know exactly what's down there other than what Harriet told us, which is some sort of red lightning ball thing. Miralar's down there. Lyra's down there. That's so far all we know.
He did show me a vision. Hoku. He does that sometimes.
Of?
Like a big blue light. But not like in a good way.
Blue light.
Blue.
He's scared of a blue light?
Well, he's scared of whatever is down there. And I think something's gonna happen. Like, you know, like an Avada
So the hallway that you're
green
looking
light.
down, on the sides of it are these small, like, glowing blue orbs. They're just emanating this sort of, like, soft glow. It's very dimly lit down inside of the, like, past the archway, but it is bluish light.
Arkmir Kelthir?
I think if you all want to do this, I'll help you see this through.
I don't want to do this.
I mean, I don't necessarily want to
I know
do
that,
this.
but if they're going to go, I'm not going to let them walk in there alone.
But what if I'm going to stay? Are you just gonna let me stay here by myself? Anybody could walk down here.
Even you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell anyone to do anything. If you want to stay, then so be it.
Arkmir? You're turning into a fish. Like, there might be lots of
He's
water.
already
down
half
there.
gone anyways,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, was part of our agreement to keep that creature way past earlier, just prevent anyone else from coming down towards it. I don't know. While Miralar and Lyra are doing whatever it is that they're doing down there, I don't know if that's going to stop.
I feel like Miralar at this point appears potentially a danger to himself, but who knows if he becomes more of a danger to others. He's obviously fixated on whatever is down here, and I mean, he captured Harriet and kept her down here. Who knows what he'll do to continue this endeavor? He may start taking others. We don't know. And I think the only way that we're going to know is if we go in there and see it for ourselves.
I pick up a rock and throw it in the room, down the hallway. Or in the...
It
Just throw a
bounces.
rock.
It bounces further into
Did it
the hallway.
explode? See? Rock slide. Look, I'm not saying
pick
this
up
won't be... I'm not saying this won't be dangerous. We don't know what's down there. What we can agree on, and I hope we can count on you to be with us. You've blown a hole in somebody's chest before. We might need you to do that
Is that
again.
Astra or wasn't that Aquila?
No, Astra shot a witch bolt at one of the fucking guards and it blew his fucking chest open in like episode 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aquila did that
Yeah.
too.
It seems to be a thread with you. Or whatever, one of those bolts you
Trying
shot.
to take their head off.
Yeah.
But we don't know what's down there. We
Yeah.
could make a agreement that we don't go down unnecessary dark corners, investigate or touch things.
No buttons.
Who?
Don't press any buttons without us knowing.
Oh my god, if there's mirrors, I swear to god.
Break all the mirrors.
Yeah.
This was not a button.
That's fair. That's fair. But again, maybe you stay in the middle of the pack for an adventure. But again, it's... Look, I know what Schema has beneath it. And this goes 10 levels below that. Whatever Mirlar is doing can't be good for the city. And if it is, then we'll discover that together. But Harriet has helped my family in more ways than you know. We made an agreement to come find her, and she seems to think whatever Mirlar's doing down there should be worth investigating. Though she can't lead us right there, she can help us.
What says you, Harriet? Do you want to go back and return to the surface? Leave this all behind?
I know what I should do, but I know what I want to do. I should go back because the city needs me.
Yeah, let's go.
But you want to go further.
I do. You know how hard it's been in the last few months, knowing that my father was gone and not being able to do anything about it?
I think we do.
This is
know.
the first time since I was just so caught up in saving Schema, keeping Ward 8 safe, the responsibilities of the chief engineer. Being down here, the first time I had an opportunity to really come to terms with it. And there's something down there, this red light thing. It has to be connected to what he saw, what made him leave, where he went, what happened. I want to go. I want to go down there.
Well,
I understand that.
I think I speak for half of...
It's all about family.
Yeah, it's all about family. I think I speak for all of Schema when I say Schema is not Schema without the half steps.
Are you not part of our family?
We
I'm
know
part of the family, you guys.
we're getting there.
It's
You're trying to
just-
turn us away, so.
Not necessarily.
You know when you first came to me and told me about your story, she was looking at Timon.
Mhm.
I remember.
I was actually really jealous of you
Jealous.
because you
Well, lass.
had the opportunity to do something about it. You weren't stuck in the city. You left. You were chasing after your sister. You were looking for her. You were trying to find her, and I couldn't.
But that's because I had family back home that could hold the fort, you know? Do you have any other family?
Well, it seems like wanting and needing are two very different things, but there's an opportunity down there that you believe. I think I owe it to you to help you. You gave my father and I a purpose in this city. You made me feel like I belong in this city. The current people that sit on the council, I have no ties to them. What I know is Schema's not in a great place. You and your father made it much better. If you're saying that there's a chance we could find some information down there about your father, then I'm just as excited about that as you would be.
So what you're saying is you want to make Schema great again?
Oh, God.
Yeah, we can make hats.
Why don't you come and help me make some of these concoctions? Come.
We'll talk about this. Yeah.
Then she
Start
like
making some
gestures
hats.
over to you.
I
Like,
hope you follow us down there. We could
I-
certainly use your help. And then I'll just go with...
Wait. Normally, this kind of thing, I would send Hoku in to have a look and see what's going on, but clearly,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. No, don't worry. Is there anything else that we can send, have a peek?
Maybe it's best we don't know what's down there.
That
And we just-
sounds not smart.
Yeah, but sometimes when you anticipate things, you get too tense, and then it's worse.
No, I don't.
Can your
Not you. You. The collective.
The royally.
Yeah.
your I don't remember the name of it, but the bird thing that you
I
have.
can't see through it. It couldn't really communicate with me.
And it can't. Oh, it can't relay information.
I give it spells that it can use. It can't really. Like, I can't. I mean, it could come back and be like, Spock. I'd be like, oh, yeah.
Did Lassie fall into the wall?
Yeah.
But maybe you can, check if there's a trap.
But it wouldn't be able to tell me.
It would take the impact to slow it up.
It just would show up again, or it wouldn't. And if it didn't, we know it's dead.
So do you say there's glowing blue orbs in the
bad,
cave, or
Just
They're just
along
floating?
the wall. No, they're attached to the wall.
oh, okay, they're just like light fixtures.
Don't go to them by yourself.
They were off until Astra said the words, and then the entire thing
Wait for
lit
you to
up.
be like,
black.
I go up to them.
It's like a moth to
Well,
the orb. All right, Hoku. Hoku.
Huku?
Alright, Hoku.
It's pronounced Huku.
I think we have to go in with our friends. Everybody's going in. I think we have to help them. We'll stay back. We'll be at the back of the line if we
How
need.
you looking at him for?
Well, he's Hoku.
He immediately just climbs over your shoulder into the backpack and just
Zips it up.
inside
Fuck this.
Another
You're
day.
breaking my heart.
Another day that peer pressure saves the day.
Yeah.
But again, prepare yourselves. I'm going to use hit dice whenever we do the short rest, but I will help.
We can do the short rest.
Did Harriet finish that potion?
I think
we work on it
I think
during
we're
the short
working on it
rest.
now, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to use
We all get
3
a short
hit dice to guarantee that I get to full
Doing a short
HP.
rest?
Do my short rest. I will use 2.
I already
Yes,
have full health.
I'm down by 1 point.
I am
I'm
back.
gonna
Well, I
bet
hope
that
you have
that
no
1
spell
point
slots.
is not going to.
I
You're
have,
really
like-
gambling with that 1 point, eh?
I roll a d8.
You get the dice back on a long rest. She's 1, and then you're guaranteed max health.
Does a short rest give us any spell slots?
You
Warlock,
can,
it
potentially,
does.
if the class determines it,
7.
but probably
But
it,
Warlock does?
We're not
it, it might, yeah. You
Yeah,
have to read
click,
it.
click short rest. at
It'll
the
tell you
top.
what you can do during a short
Yeah.
rest. Arkmere Croft rolled dice.
I am
too.
1 shy of.
Ah,
Oh, I hit that.
Yeah.
I'm 1 shy of a full health.
You can't
one
just use another
packed
dice.
magic slot. And
Oh, can I use multiple?
forward.
Should
You
I
can
do?
use as many hit dice
Yeah.
as you
So I
want.
can just.
Oh.
So you can
Then
use
confirm.
anytime you short rest, you can use up to the amount that's allotted,
Yeah.
and then you'll get 1 back per long rest,
You get half of them.
or half of them back for a long rest. Sorry.
Okay.
So you might as well use.
Yeah, me
At
as
least
well. I might as
Oh,
well
look
top.
at
I'm
that.
just instantly
Yeah.
topped up. Not even need to roll.
Yeah,
It's either
Warlock's
gonna be
good
it's either gonna be a
spell slots
TPK or we're gonna get a long rest. So
Because you only have 2 or
Have
something.
another short rest later on. Who knows?
I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember
it's true, too.
when I used my staff as a rune keeper. Because
Oh,
it's
that's
once
what's
like
happening.
a dawn, it
It was still this day.
damn.
I'm pretty sure it was this
it's
day.
been a long day.
Yeah. Okay.
Our front turned into a fish during it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. Then you would just roll, but you have 1, so you're just gonna put the health
You guys are
back.
just jealous of my
I
superpowers
don't
now.
need to roll.
No, yep, you're good. Cool.
Harriet walks over to their workstation. She motions you over, and you begin to work. And it is definitely like an alchemical,
As long as it's not
procedure that
harmful
she's making.
alchemical stuff, then he doesn't get triggered. If it's like we're building a fire potion, then he might get a little triggered.
She notices that you're a little bit hesitant and wary around it. She nods
Shaky.
and sighs a little, and yeah, it's okay. I can do some of that.
Thank you.
Are you all right?
This sort of work always kind of makes me nervous. The last time I really attempted it didn't go so well.
Yeah, I understand. But you know, everyone makes mistakes, right? Sometimes things don't work out.
I've found ways to forgive myself a little bit, but it's from what I've been told is it's more like a trauma effect it lasted on me. I can't really control it, just sometimes seems a little bit more rooted than just forgiving myself. You don't have a potion for that, do you?
She like puts her head down and begins to like mix a few vials.
Oh, she does.
She stops and looks up at you. You know, overall, in the grand scheme of things, and that experiment that went wrong, nothing really that bad happened. I mean, you almost died.
Yeah, I've almost died a few times since meeting this group. In fact, I have died a few times.
I remember when he was riddled full of arrows.
Nobody else got injured. Nobody else got hurt. Well, some did, but nothing lasting. I'm still coming to terms with my own mistakes, so.
We all have our own scars, I suppose.
You know, when I heard about what happened in Ward 8, when that Siren Galeran, what was his name?
Yes.
He sent out that message in that cloud. All of those people who died, their blood is on my hands.
I think it could be pinned on more than just yourself, but the whole reason I'm down here is hopefully to make amends for some of that and get Schema back to a place that is respectable and stop people like Galeran from doing harm. And I get a feeling that Miralar doesn't fall too far from Galeran.
I keep telling myself that it's okay, but
Maybe once we're done with this, you'll see that it is okay. Did you know that Ward 8 had great water?
you know,
It's the little things I can remember.
I wish I had
you know,
right now.
It'd carry you, buddy. It'd carry you.
what I said before is really, it's important for me being down here, being away from it all, not having the weight of responsibility on my shoulders, leaving my home, my life. Everybody up there probably thought I was dead. Everybody except for Tess. It was freeing a bit, and it felt nice. It gave me a chance to come to terms with a bit of deep-seated trauma, as you might say.
Well, no one's saying that if you return to the surface, you have to continue your duties. I know that's the way it's technically written, but just knowing that you're alive.
No, but I think I want to.
Oh.
I think it's right. I think everyone makes mistakes.
Oh, that's for certain.
And I think we all. I think being an artificer, you would know this. We try to fix everything. We try to make sure everything's perfect. We're always looking for the part that's broken.
That's true.
We don't always focus on the many failed attempts it took us to get there. I hope you can forgive yourself. And I hope, despite everything, I think you're a good lad, man.
I put my goggles down to protect the tears from falling out. Thanks, Harriet.
We have a responsibility. Not everybody in the city can do the stuff that we can do. Not everybody can make the things that we can make to make their lives easier and safer. I think if we don't protect them, then we're kind of throwing away this privilege that we have. So let's protect them, eh? She's like, too high up. High five.
Give her a high five. I'm with you, Harriet. No matter what is down there.
Can you roll for me
Oh, God.
a d6?
I'll do the pretty pink one. 5.
Ooh.
She gets to work on brewing this thing, mixing a couple of different vials, crushing a few things. She finds like a small bottle, like a bottle cap on it, twists off the cap, begins to pour some things into it, begins to boil it on the side. Okay. You wanted something that could potentially help you do what you did up there. Think we can get something close to that?
Oh,
I
wonderful.
think. Now, both of these concoctions that I'm making, when you drink them, they will restore some of your vitality. Okay? But they might also do something else.
Oh,
And I think
If it lasts
This
longer
one-
than 4 hours,
call your doctor.
yeah.
this one should help you.
I'm good with trunks, don't worry.
This should help you fly.
Fly?
Fly.
Like
I think if it's done
you're about to see a
properly,
motherfucking flying elephant.
I think this one should help you fly. Now, the other one that I think Arkmir wanted something right. Roll another d6.
You're putting your life in my hands now. Another 5. Hey. I don't know if that's
Oh,
good.
I don't like his look.
Yeah, I needed the opposite for you.
I'm gonna become less wise.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
this isn't quite gonna do what Arkmir wanted,
Oh.
but we're a bit of a thing here. Would you like to make this potion more versatile? Being able to do various different things? Or really laser focus down onto the one thing that it's good at doing?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking the big
So
one. He's
she's
helping
asking
me.
if like a potion for like.
We can make this more concentrated. We can really boil it a little bit more, make it a little bit more of a thicker liquid,
What's the percentage?
or we can keep the effect as what it is.
And what it is right now is more versus more.
It's a. Let me describe this to you. If you imagine yourself being something and drink this, it might turn you into something close to that thing. Maybe.
So if you're saying we fine tune it more, it'll increase the chances of being that thing.
No, it will. If you fine tune it, it'll really, really focus it down onto making you faster. Because right now it can make you anything potentially faster, slower.
Is there any negative
sort of
conditions?
thing. Oh, maybe.
I like those odds. We'll keep it the way it is.
Okay.
Sorry, Arkmir. I like the sounds of something can turn you into many different things.
I'm just at a barrel splashing water on my face. Top of my
It
leg.
could help with your problem.
So mark down a potion number 5 and a potion number 6.
The best I've felt in a long time.
Potion 5. Potion 6. Oh boy.
Mystery polymorph.
Yeah.
My ladder. My ladder.
Oh, I have a Tinder for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
She just like puts together a couple of cogs. Like, you have a flintstone?
Oh, yes.
She like takes it,
Wait.
she hammers off like a small piece of the edge,
Barney.
hands it back to you, like, places it within the cogs. Okay, here you go. You twist these two at the same time, and it causes a spark to go off.
Can I operate in one hand? Can you
1
make
second.
us operate in one hand?
She like finds another small gear, puts it in the middle of the 2 gears, wraps them around, and like positions them in such a way that, I mean,
It's like a hand grip thing.
maybe
I give it a go.
roll a d20.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, I have to roll for this?
Mike, are you, I guess, holding on to the potion, or are you giving that to Archman?
I don't know which one's which.
17.
Oh,
He
just
said
It's
mark down
partial.
potion 5
It's
and
like-
6.
That should work. You should be able to do this in
Oh.
one go.
what does that even mean?
Great.
Do I know what potion
you.
5 and potion 6 are? Like, is 5
Potion
the one-
5 is the one she gave you first.
Okay.
Potion 6 is
Then
the
I'll
second.
give him potion 6.
Now listen.
She like as you all are gathering together after your short rest ends. By the way, at the end of your short rest, you are beginning to feel a little bit dry-throated again. Towards
But
the
he's
end.
just been splashing water on
Yeah, I've
himself.
been,
yeah.
spritzing the whole time. This short rest, I just like was lying. I was in a barrel.
Like your arm isn't like translucent or growing translucent. The gills haven't progressed or anything, but you are beginning to feel a little bit parched again.
Okay.
Some water.
She motions you all over as your short rest ends, and she. So we made 2 of these. Both of them should bolster you when you drink them. They should make you, restore some of your vitality. But they also tend to have unpredictable side effects sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. One of these, I'm pretty sure, will help you fly. Maybe.
I wonder which.
I want to fly, guys.
The other one, theoretically, if you imagine yourself flying, it might also help you do that. But I think it's a little bit more versatile than that.
Imagine yourself doing anything.
Imagine yourself being wise.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you'll become an owl.
It's more of a physical
be like
change, but you can
Oh, it's
You
a
know?
physical change. It is like a polymorph.
give yourself. But I don't know.
Do we trust me giving this to Heartbeer?
It's too late. You've already given it to me.
See later, I've already seen everything.
I have no idea what it's actually going to do. Let's be frank.
Use it if
I
you
already
need
drink
to.
it now.
Oh, God.
Imagining a big one. Do you trust him?
Not really. Well, is everybody ready?
I guess so.
Iron, what's her name again? Will. Iron Will. Hands in.
Oh, too soon?
Ready? What's our what's our tagline?
Do we have a tagline?
Do we have a tagline?
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Then you start going. Then you'll
Just
finish
go
your
along.
short rest. Then make your way over to
why
this
you drink
entrance door
Deep breath.
archway leading in
make me
with this
roll for it this
runes arc and scad near loom carved above you. You step foot through the threshold, and that's where we'll take.
Oh, yeah, Daddy. Wait, what?
All right. Well,
Oh,
into
man.
the cavern below.
Here we go.
All right. We'll be right back.
And welcome back.
Well, we're back.
Oh, hey there,
And
bud.
welcome back. So, as you all step into
The unknown.
these dark, dimly lit, bluish glow emanating from these small round globes mounted on sconces on the side of the wall. The rock that you step into, it's strange. It's almost perfectly smooth. It's not made out of cobblestone. It's not smaller chunks of rock that have been carved together. It's one singular sheet of perfectly smooth stone as you step into the threshold.
We didn't notice that before.
You haven't really paid too much attention to it, but you immediately notice it as you step inside.
When we walked in, was it like we went through some sort of barrier or veil or something? Like, did the climate or anything change? Like,
Feels about the same, just
Okay.
everything's glowing blue, which
right.
does lend a little bit of like an extra. It makes you feel a little bit of a chill run down the back of your neck, but
Same thing happened if I go touch.
you find yourself in a small hallway. It's roughly maybe
So you're just ignoring
30 or 40,
I have a leash on you anyway, so you
maybe 30 or 40 feet, like 30 or 40 feet wide. Stretches on for maybe 60, 70, 80 feet. There's various different doors on the side. They're not doors per se. They're more like archways and tunnels, halls that kind of spill out from this chamber.
I'm still holding that little BB ball.
Just about to say we need to get that. Yep.
There's one door that's immediately, almost as soon as you step inside, and you hadn't seen this door prior or this entryway prior, almost immediately to your right, in the wall, maybe about 10 or so feet in from where you enter. Then further down the hallway towards the left, there's another opening that you can see from here, and then the hallway itself continues on for another like 80, 90 feet. There's a few different options. Arkmir, you make your way forward, looking around. The archway, the ceiling above you is almost like gabled of sorts, and it definitely looks carved. Doesn't look natural in any way, shape, or form. Like the walls are smoothly cut. The walls are definitely bricks, stone bricks, and like there's definitely a structure to the walls. There's like small banisters. No. The walls themselves have like intricate decorations and carvings of stone, mostly almost entirely made out of stone. Large sort of like stone sculptures kind of baked into some of them. Runes carved into some of them that you do not recognize.
The runes look similar to those that we saw out in the front.
Yep.
Psst, Astra. Got another task for you here.
Just a minute, and then I'm just stepping inside, and then I'm stepping outside to make sure that I can get out if I need to.
Mhm.
Okay.
You step inside. You try to step outside. You step outside.
Okay. All right. What's up?
You lean back and forth and back and forth. The archway doesn't seem to be doing anything.
This place definitely has a different vibe is going on.
Yeah.
Looks like it's been built with people with some level of craftsmanship. Do you see those runes up there? They look familiar. You seem to have been able to pronounce them in some way.
Oh yeah, because I don't know if I've told you, but I can actually read all writing. Did you want me to try to read these ones?
That would be nice.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. You can count on me.
You notice a few runes carved next to pretty much each of the hallways of sorts.
Oh, sorry.
The one on the right, the again, you're able to understand the meaning of these runes, even though you can't seem to read them perfectly. It seems to be some sort of like storage, storeroom, something along those lines.
Oh yes. I
And it
can
seems
read this
these
perfectly.
are actually carved in next to these, almost like spines. Like you would realize that this seems like a very well built and almost like either a home or facility or something, which has like signed pathways.
Other than like the storage, do I see other ones?
You will walk over to the other door.
Is it like over each door or beside them? or
It's
something?
just beside each
Oh,
other.
sorry. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
This is a storage room. This place is very organized. I like how everything's labeled.
And how about that one?
Oh, let me see.
The one on the left, it just gives you the vibe of like elevator.
Oh. I can read this one perfectly too. It says elevator.
Can I just inspect that door? See if there's anything.
You look inside, and there's a little bit of a short hallway before it turns to the right. You can't see past the turn from here.
Oh, it's not even like there's a physical door. It's like a
No,
little
there's no
tunnel.
doors. Both of these are entryways, like hallways, essentially. They're not actually closed doors or anything like that. You can look through, and you can see in both of them. The one immediately, the one that says storeroom, that kind of goes in and like curves a little bit to the right. And this one also goes in, but this is a sharper turn almost to the right. And then the hallway itself continues on straight for further.
This one says elevator. I'm just a little curious about where this elevator goes, and if they've got marking on the walls, maybe if some kind of marking of the different floors.
It probably goes probably either up or down, maybe both. I don't know though.
Well, we do have the device, and Harriet, you must at least know for a little while exactly where you went.
Yeah, you went straight.
Towards the elevator.
No. He didn't go down that hallway or that hallway. He went straight. She went straight through the hallway.
This floor, is it only slick down this like straight path, or does it like it's all the floors?
It seems like both of the ones to the left and right also seem like they're not carved stone or cobblestone. They seem pretty smooth. That's like.
I'm gonna go to the end before, so if the elevator's here.
Hmm?
It just looks like wall.
I don't think there's an end.
There's no end. It keeps
Oh,
going
anyway.
for.
Oh, I thought you were saying there's only 2 exits.
No, there's side
there's
doors.
2
and
exits
then it
on the
keeps
side,
going.
and then
Oh.
the main tunnel keeps
Oh.
going further.
Then we keep going.
I think we want to be careful deviating here. We don't
Fair
know.
enough.
We don't know where we are or what this place is, so venturing out is probably not wise. Especially,
No.
especially if
Get
there were
lost.
runes to protect or.
I'm gonna say this: at a certain point, this place begins to fuck with your mind. I'm letting you know this
Now you
in
tell us.
advance.
We've already lost our
The last time, they led me through this hallway. We got into this like chamber where a lot of like seemed like there was like a roughly carved rock wall, and then there was like a spiraling ramp that went around it down deeper. I don't know how far down we went down that ramp. There were doors on both sides. Don't know how far down we went. Couldn't tell you for the life of me. Just don't know what time it was when we got out.
That's okay. Well,
Felt like forever.
we at least know the general
Definitely felt like forever.
starting points. So
Any traces of blood?
Make a perception check.
Can I assist
Or an
on that?
investigation check.
May as well. Or
Did you?
oh, investigation. Yeah, I'll do that.
give him advantage because you do have this.
Well, it's I'll give you advantage regardless. So.
Okay.
Quick question. Does any of that sound familiar to me?
There's definitely parts where you went down where you lost track of time. You have no idea how long you were going.
But no, nothing exactly.
No,
the same.
nothing exactly like it.
Time is a weird soup.
It's true.
27.
Nice.
You're pretty certain there's no blood markings anywhere on the wall.
There's
You take a look.
absolutely 0 blood here.
Well, that's good.
You try to
Till
find it.
now.
All right. Well, we keep
The
going.
room is
for
fairly wide open. Right? Like this entire hallway is pretty wide open.
we'll keep an eye out in case we get to like a confined space. Perhaps that may, or if there's stairs or a ramp going down, perhaps we may see something there.
Just odd. I was imagining that he was dripping blood, but it seems.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what exactly. It always seems to be somewhat high up and only faint traces of it.
It's like maybe
I
he's
think
just
he
touching
spread
something
his
with his
wings,
hand.
and then the wound stopped dripping blood.
It's-
Because he's either an angel or a demon.
Or both.
But there was less and less blood the further we got into the cave as well, so whatever wound or thing was causing the blood could have very easily dried up by now.
Astra's gonna be at the back of the pack and then keep looking behind her, just to kind of like see, like, for as long as she can kind of keep the entrance in sight.
So who's leading the way?
I can.
And then what's the marching order after you?
I'll be up there. I have the little BB device.
Do you care to be anywhere in position, like in the front or the back, or?
It's not exactly tight squeeze. Like you can go like 2
Yeah.
by 2. Like you can be side by side.
I'll hang back a little bit,
Because Jesus loves
close to Astra.
Yeah,
with
probably
your
be
balls all
between the two groups then.
Like, this is my chance.
Harriet walks beside you then.
Sure. Yeah.
Just like big one and Arkmere at the front, and then
It's super
Harriet.
sensitive to fire now. Super effective.
Whose potion is that?
5
5 or 6. You have to label it 5 or 6.
it's only a short ways in,
That was
probably
5.
50, 60,
10.
70 feet, that you see in front of you another archway similar in like structure as the one that you'd come by. Beside this, there's more runes carved.
Yes?
Nobody else.
If only
guys
we
need
had
something?
someone who could read.
Oh,
I know.
I loved reading. You need me to read something else?
I'm keep going.
I can teach you guys at some point.
There's more runes carved. So in front of you, at the end of this hallway, like about 100 or so feet in, there's another archway, about the same size as the one that you just come through, and in this one, on the archway almost, there's like some carvings, some runes similar to what you have seen before.
Oh, like the arc.
As you try to read them, reads Constellarium.
Constellari?
Yum.
Constellarium?
Nice, cool.
Yeah. Do I see any?
It is pitch black darkness past this door.
Like instantly?
You cannot see through this hallway.
It's like magical.
I can't
It's
see through
complete
either.
darkness. Can you see through magical darkness?
No, I'm not.
It is like pitch black. You cannot see past this doorway. It's not like there's any. As you look around it, there's no smoke or anything coming from it. It just seems like the void.
Um,
Void
Go
of
up
light.
to it and look up. Do you see any constellariums up there?
Look up
I don't
where
think.
through
Yeah,
the
like there's a door, and then it's just
Yeah,
like
it's like an
a line
archway,
of-
and
a wall
you
of
cannot see
blackness.
through this archway. It's just dark. Black.
Can I I'm gonna pull out the moon touch sword
Mhm.
and like stick it into this darkness and
It seems to. You're able to kind of start seeing through it as far as the dim light of the sword reaches. You can make out vaguely like a large rocky wall. Harriet says, "This seems new."
Good.
This was the direction you went, though?
Yeah. In here, there's like a little bit of a ramp, leads down further. She like looks to the left and like tries to look through. You can see almost like where you're holding up the light is like dissipating within like a small radius of it. You can kind of make out that it's like a chamber that you would be entering into. There probably could be a ramp down to your right. You can't see it from here.
I'm gonna take one step in.
You take one step in.
Do I die?
No, you're now standing in the light of this moon-touched sword. Around you, this darkness almost seems to be like pervasive of sorts. Like it's like the light is kind of keeping it at bay, but it keeps like pushing back in, and like it's almost like undulating a little bit. Like there's parts where the light is like shining and you're able to see through, but then other parts where the darkness kind of like swoops in for a moment and then like dissipates further.
I don't need my vision. I have alternate senses.
Daredevil.
So I just try to walk in and cast light on my hand. I'm like, can I see that? Like I walk out of the, like just outside the dim light there, and I just cast light. Just to see if, because I'm assuming I haven't seen a darkness like this before, right?
Nope.
Do you have anything that can shine moonlight?
I mean, yes, but I don't want to. Oh, I know, I might not have it ready.
You cast light upon your hands, and it just immediately gets choked out by darkness, and now you're standing in pitch black dark.
Interesting.
You step back into the light of this.
What is it, like 10 feet or something?
15 feet radius.
Oh, okay, that's pretty
So it's like
that's
30
pretty
feet diameter.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this is unlike any darkness I've seen before. That's nice.
On the very edge of this 15-foot light, you can see up in front of you almost like a rocky wall.
like it's like blocking or something? Or I'm just gonna go in.
That's
and,
just
like,
what you can see. So, like to your left, you look to your left and to your right, and the darkness, like
Yeah, we're not
the
gonna figure out
pathway that you're
anything else
in,
from here.
you can kind of like it would continue on in both directions.
Okay.
But in front of
Just go
you,
towards
immediately,
the
as soon as you step a couple of feet forward, you come to a wall. This wall seems natural. It's not carved. It's not
Cavernous
hewn.
wall.
It's not a cavernous wall at all. Very rough, very hewn. Lots of rock faces.
We should just go to the right. That's where
Is
she
the-
saw them.
Is the floor still smooth?
The floor is still smooth.
I'd go to the right. That's
Yeah.
where
Just stay close to Arkmir as you can. Follow his light and
Yeah, stay within the radius.
start walking. We'll go to the right.
You all turn to the right and begin making your way forward, and you can very quickly see that like the floor begins to like ramp downwards. The wall to your right is like perfectly carved, immaculately carved, smooth, curving along with like the pathway that you're taking. The one on your left, immediately rough hewn, rocky, and strange in some ways. Like you look at it and your eyes can't keep focusing on it. It almost seems like shadows are bouncing between them. Strange, like glow, like it seems like patterns are moving along with it. There is next to no light in this room other than the light from the moon-touched short sword. So you're
How
making your way down.
narrow is it going down? Like, is it...
Fairly wide.
Okay, it's still wide. I'll still keep an eye out, though, for, like, if I catch a shimmer of, like, potentially blood or some liquid or something on the wall as we're walking down.
perception.
We die.
You travel down for about 5-6 minutes, just following the right wall, before you see in front of you an archway. It's carved into the door to your right wall, essentially. You approach it.
So does it keep going down, but there's a...
Yeah.
But it still seems like there's some kind of magical darkness, like
Oh yeah, that's
That's
throughout
like-
this entire thing. You have not felt anything similar like this.
right. That's crazy.
You don't see. There has been no sconces on the wall. There's been nothing.
No blue lights to touch.
Is there runes on this? At this archway?
You look up at this doorway as you kind of like take a look. There's no runes. But this hallway, as you're looking through it, it seems to open out. There are. It doesn't go as far as the hallway that you'd come down. It almost immediately ends into like almost like a T-shaped intersection. It goes on in both directions past where you can see.
Harriet, does any of that seem familiar? Do you remember coming to a cross?
I feel like we walked longer than that,
Okay. Do you?
I don't know.
Is the one thing? Is it?
I think this would be so. Like, I guess all of us would hear the noise.
No.
Loud enough.
Has it been getting louder, or more frequent?
Make an intelligence check. Or, well, all of you can make an intelligence check.
How stupid am I? I'm exhausted.
17.
15.
Wait a minute. Intelligence.
16.
15.
As a group, that's good enough. It's been getting a little bit closer. Like, it's been getting a little bit more frequent, but not, like, not too noticeably so.
Sure.
Is there anything that I can identify or infer from the two different like styles of carving that I can see here? Either from the smooth stone or from the like natural stone.
The natural stone seems like natural stone. It seems like it
Not
hasn't been
carved,
carved
no.
at all. In fact, when you take a closer look at it, the ground that you're walking in, like where the ground and the rock meets, it actually seems like there might be like a small crack there. Like this rock might be going through the ground almost, as opposed to vice versa. It's not like the rock is not the wall. It seems like there's almost like a small crack in between where the floor is that you're walking on and the rock in the wall in the middle.
Like it's a long slab.
What?
No, there's like a wall and there's like a gap between the wall and the floor.
Yeah, it's just like barely, maybe like
Oh.
an inch or so in that corner
Yeah.
of the wall. The other wall seems pretty. It's been built very well. It was definitely not dwarven construction. You're pretty sure about that. And the smooth floor is not really something like. The floors of Cornwall are pretty smooth. Generally, if something's carved into like a natural sort of way and it's been like properly treated, you can make floor fairly smooth, particularly for like rapid transportation, for like if you need to roll carts or stuff down. It's not uncommon. So the floor definitely seems to you like it was either a cave that was naturally formed by some sort of flowing water, or it has been made to be this smooth.
Is it flat straight or is it like
Scarily straight in terms of how smooth it is.
okay?
Scary.
Like it would have required a level of perfection that probably even in Carmhall is only reserved for like the craziest craftsmanship projects.
I go to the natural wall and I'm holding my hammer, so like quick to see if it's solid or if it's hollow.
Seems solid.
And do I see any light or anything coming from that gap, or
It's just pitch black darkness.
very strange?
DM, you mentioned that like we're going down the hallway and then it was to the right that there was the archway and then like the T.
Yep.
What is the other option? Is it continue going straight?
Continue them.
Going down.
Okay.
We're like going down a spiral, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on a spiral now. Okay.
I think we
I'm not
keep
really
going.
sure yet. I guess.
Keep going.
Yep.
So we went straight, then we hit that wall, we turned right, we walked all the way down that. Now we've reached a point where it's
You've been
the spiral.
spiraling down.
We've been spiraling.
Oh, on that right, like
Yeah,
following
as
the
soon
right
as we
wall.
went right, it started spiraling down.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I see.
And we're still just going down now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You begin to continue going further, and about 4 or 5 minutes later, you come to another hallway similar. This one leads out not into like a T shape, but almost like a long swooping curve to the left.
Any runes?
No runes.
I have a feeling we're going to run into a lot of rooms like this, a lot of archways. I mean, Harriet said you went down for who knows how long.
Yeah.
I think unless we reach a point where there's something obvious that catches our eye, we're going to have no way of knowing. We'll just get lost in here. At least, I guess, if we stay within this spiral, we're less likely to get lost because we can just turn around and go right back up.
And didn't you mention there's like a weird like rock or something outside of the door that you did end up going through? Or there's something
What?
like the archway that you did end up going through, like the one that you knew was the right one. Didn't you say something about like a rock outside
I
of
think
it?
meant some like rock face
Yeah.
or whatever. Something.
Points to the big rocky wall.
Oh, we've already
Just
passed it.
We were walking beside it this
Okay.
whole time.
Just
It's like in the
This-
middle.
This seemed out of place from what I saw before. Most of the walls in here, most of everything that we went through was pretty immaculately carved. This pillar of rock seemed out of place.
Was there anything special about the door that you ended up picking?
No idea.
You don't remember.
Marilar led me through it.
Mm.
Seemed like a hallway.
Onwards.
Yeah.
Was it at the end of the ramp or
No.
just a ramp?
The ramp went
lower?
further. I don't know. Can't help you.
Balls.
I think we keep going until either we see something that's obvious, or maybe we hear something, or the
The
Oh.
the
beeping.
device makes something more obvious to us.
But the device really begins to be much closer to it. I remember that part.
How
Marilar
far
was-
off this spiral did you go?
We went through a hallway. There was like
Walking and talking.
it was some sort
yes.
of yeah. Like you
Yeah.
began to walk downwards. We went down this hallway, and she almost like immediately falls into like a little bit of a whisper. We went down this ramp. We eventually came to a tunnel. Tunnel didn't seem marked as far as I saw. But then again, I can't read most of the stuff on these walls anyway. And you're lucky you have someone who can read that with you.
You guys hear that? Lucky.
Went into like this tunnel, the small chamber. Seemed like a laboratory of sorts. There was an elevator there for sure. We took an elevator down from the
From there.
laboratory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Went deep. That went deep. Really, really, really deep.
Like how deep?
So deep.
And then also, I think the elevator went sideways one in a direction. I don't know how that works, to be honest. Strange magic. And then we came to some sort of, it seemed like a really large open cavern with like a lot of rock and debris scattered all around it. And past that there was a big chamber. And in here, at the bottom of this chamber, there was almost like a ritual site, a shrine, something weird like that, some sort of strange spooky pillar standing around this big, large, floaty orb of red lightning. That's all I got.
I don't understand why you have such a hard time remembering this.
Oh, I have no idea where any of this stuff is.
Well, let's keep walking and look for signs of the lab.
Out of curiosity, I think the beeping or whatever, like, I know the rate that's beeping now, but I think I've also heard it when Timon had his hammer,
Mhm.
like all lightning and stuff.
Yep.
What's like the difference in the rate that they're beeping? Is it like significant?
It's much slower than when you were near Arkmir. Or sorry, when you were near Time.
Okay.
Can I figure whether half step is leading us to a trap? Like, I want to see if she seems
Make an insight
sincere.
check.
Got the potions.
I think that's 17. 17.
I will message you.
It's a trap.
Every time she says she doesn't know where she's going, she's like,
Yeah.
It just
But, like,
feels
really-
weird that she doesn't remember.
What's it called? Stockholm syndrome?
You continue on further down this tunnel ramp sorts. Again, you can't see very far in front of you. But it's still hard to miss. As you're holding up the sword, a little ways down, you see in front of you, almost like against the wall, there seems to be something standing, like jutting out from the wall. It's not like perfectly smooth. You can see like a shape of sorts in front of you on the right. Not the rock wall, not the natural rock wall, but the smoother carved wall.
Just something jutting out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go up and inspect this.
Sure. So you take another couple of steps forward. It looks like a statue of sorts that's almost carved into this wall.
Familiar, anyway, or no?
No.
What is it? What does the statue look like?
It looks like a humanoid figure, but the figure doesn't have a face. It's a smoothly carved face.
Okay.
It's wearing like these long robes of sorts. Its hands are like crossed in like almost like a praying shape. Make an investigation check.
checking for traps.
19.
From here, as you're looking up, the hands are clasped together. They look, at first glance, they look like normal, plain-looking hands. As you look closer, you can see they're almost like hooking, as almost like claws. They're like clasping together. Like so. They don't look perfectly humanoid. There's like the tips of their fingers are like sharper,
Right.
deer.
It's nice.
It's Mirlar.
Interesting. Is that familiar, I guess?
Make a religion check.
How big is this? Is it human size or
It's
like
about twice as
big?
tall as it's about maybe 3 or 4 feet taller than the big one.
Given I have proficiency in religion, can I also
Make
maybe
a
check
religion
this?
check.
15.
Probably higher than me because I have disadvantage. Oh, that would have been so good. 13.
It doesn't. You've heard of almost like. Hard to describe. It's not necessarily a religious symbol, but more of like a historical thing. I guess I should have made you roll history instead of religion. What is your history?
Oh, it would have been the same.
Oh, okay.
+2.
There's been like legends of like organizations of it's really the face that really gets at you, right? Like everything else seems like strange, but not stranger than like a perfectly smoothly carved oval face. You've heard of tale of like faceless gods or faceless organizations, faceless things in general, but you don't. Nothing immediately jumps out at you. At least that's what you think.
Is it Skura? Skura, the diplomat?
Mm-hmm.
Can Astra roll for?
Make a religion check.
You sure you don't want to make a history check?
No. It's about God. It's a religion check.
7.
You have no idea.
Okay.
Arthur starts to walk around like this.
While holding the sword.
Yep. Sword in the middle.
What are you doing?
I said Arthur starts walking around like this.
I think we keep going.
Do we see any more of these statues, or is it just like a weird, like a one-off and
It was a one-off thing.
okay?
You walk past the statue and duck and make your way through. Continuing on further, another 5 or so minutes later, you come by another statue. This one seems a little different. This one's almost like a motion shot of a statue. It seems like it's carved in almost like a running figure of a statue. It's jutting out from the wall, almost like moving forward. It doesn't look like any creature that you might have seen recently, to be honest. Has almost a snouted lizard-like head,
Dragonborn?
claws on its front, like its hands are almost like claws. They're clutching almost like a large stone pillar. It's like they're clutching with it, with their claws. Their tail like whips out from behind them. Definitely doesn't look like any creature you all have seen.
Are these like extremely detailed?
This one is very detailed.
Okay.
The other one maybe not. But
Right.
this one pretty detailed.
Is this one also, like you said, the other one was kind of like in the wall, but
This one
one's,
is
moving,
like
so
jutting
it's-
forth a little bit. from
But
the
it's
wall.
like its base or something still
Yeah.
at the wall. Okay.
Are they like? I guess I don't know, like realistic in size. Some of these, or
No, they're bigger than.
they're like,
Like, you have
huge?
never seen a creature like this before. You have no idea whether it would be how big it could be, but
right.
its proportions seem exaggerated a
Okay.
little bit. And then just past this, there's another hallway that goes to the right.
I think like generally
Mhm.
as we're coming to doors, I think using this sword, we're probably just looking to see if either we can see any runes or sign or anything that points to like something that would match the description of a laboratory. So if we don't see anything distinct or hear anything or see anything that looks or has runes that might mean laboratory, we're gonna keep going, yeah?
Yeah. You don't see any runes. This hallway looks not at all similar to any of the others that you've been past. You continue on.
Yeah. Also, Harriet, if you see anything that looks memorable, let us know. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep descending here.
I remember these statues.
That's a good sign.
So this whole place was it lit up when you went through it?
I mean, it wasn't lit, but it wasn't dark either.
Strange.
I didn't pay this much attention to any of the stuff, to be honest, because it just seemed like a normal chamber.
Do you remember how many statues you passed by?
No.
Is there anything else of just seemed out of place during this, at least this spiral staircase?
I'm gonna be honest, like, this went on for a while, and I'm sure you're gonna come across this eventually. Eventually, you're gonna see the statues that we just saw again, and probably again, and again, until you forget how many times you saw it.
I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm going to write down how many times we're passing by these statues and in what order we see them in.
Challenge
And so
accepted.
I'm writing down how many rooms we passed by, which statue we saw with like a brief description
It's
of
like
it.
the silence in Doctor Who.
Yeah, like I'm in my little journal, I'm writing it down as we're going.
I just leave a piece of bread out of everywhere.
Just got through like 18 loaves of bread. It's like little
And
bread.
Hoku's just there like,
Wait, he's trapped in the backpack. He ain't coming out.
As you continue further along,
Little one.
up ahead of you, you come to another hallway to your right, and this one has a strange blue light glowing from it.
Should throw
Do we
Hoku
take
in
that
there.
as an omen and not proceed through there?
Does it look like the blue light from the vision that Hoku showed me?
I mean, that was just blue light.
Blue light looks like blue light.
Does it
light
give me
looks like blue
goosebumps
light.
and shivers?
This entire place has been giving you goosebumps and shivers.
What
to be
happens if you
honest.
take Hoku out and hold him against the door?
There are no doors.
Seems really.
Oh, just we're in the
cool.
direction of that blue light.
I mean, he's already. Look at him. He's already shaking.
Harriet, this familiar at all?
He like looks through. Yeah, it looks like the way we came.
The way we
What?
came.
Oh, we've lit back to the first room.
Yeah.
As you look out, you can see the sconces are in the wall the way that you'd come.
Can we see all the
this
way
is
out to the
See
cavern we came
all the
from?
way out.
This
the
is
way
the
that
mind
you
fuckery.
came through.
Well,
And you did this over and over and over again?
Yeah, until I forgot how many times we've been doing it or which way we were going. That happens.
Interesting.
How long ago was that?
About a week ago. I haven't been here that long, to be honest. That's why when we came out, I
Do we see the
was
trail
very
of
happy that I was
breadcrumbs that the big one has been leaving in front of us now? But seriously, we should leave something here.
Yes.
And if we come back around to it, we know we're looping in a circle, or... So if we... Yeah.
I don't know where Miralar went. I was trying to keep an eye on him, and this entire place was fucking nuts. The fact that there's this massive structure, this compound underneath the city, how long has it been here? This entire thing just boggled my mind. I couldn't keep track of where I was, and I'd just been through a fucking... I was in prison, being held here by Miralar until he came and basically cast a spell on me to make me work, and then led me down into this crazy place.
Maybe that's not our
Oh,
universe. Maybe that's another universe.
You just
We're
sound
just
so
walking through them.
confused. It's
I am confused.
been so recent.
I
Though.
will take a bullet out of my bag and I'll put it by the hallway with the blue sconces as we keep going.
This is the multiverse staircase.
should we try running?
We can only see so far.
Maybe we should split.
What
Don't wanna
happens
trip.
if we run really? Okay, I
Go
run
the
really
other way?
fast. Am I gonna come up behind myself?
You'd have to be very fast.
I am very fast.
You will try that, lass.
Okay.
Stay here.
3, 2, 1.
Let's not separate.
How does that go? How does that work? You run that way.
And then I come up on myself.
So you're assuming you stood still?
You'd have to keep going faster and faster somehow.
I don't think that works.
Let's try it.
It's only one way to find out. Go, Astra.
Astra starts running.
Have fun in the dark. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep
You
running
get to
bullets
run,
at
and
them.
very quickly you're not able to see anything because it's pitch black dark.
And I'm scared. Okay, I was waiting
You
for
stop.
these guys.
Then when you turn around, we're not there.
Yeah. We're like, you know what? This was an awful idea. We should.
Oh my god.
You
All right,
continue
let's go
on,
back.
and you come to the first hallway that you'd seen, the T-shaped structure. You continue on, and this time you come to a different statue.
What?
It's strange.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
still gonna put a bullet by it.
Yep.
This statue seems almost like regal, like a nobleman statue. It's holding like a stack of books, just like very prim and proper, standing with its head off to one side. There's a small like crown on its head. Pretty finely carved.
I etch a little. I'm just gonna etch a little A into the statue.
Piss off the gods.
You don't have like chalk or anything?
No,
You etch a little A into the statue.
it's gonna be like Archer's mark.
Also, just like while he's up at
Zora.
the statue, I'm just gonna look. Is there any like anything that looks like it could be like a movable piece on the statue?
Make an investigation.
Want to assist me on this?
Are we just stopping like?
No, just like looking it over. Like if there was like a crease in the arm that makes it look like it could turn or something,
Yes.
instead of just total solid, then
Do you want me to roll, or do you want to do?
I have advantage, which means I'd be a straight roll, so we could both straight roll it. If
Okay.
you, yeah.
Even if it can't turn, I would like to try and break it.
Fucking god.
25.
Pretty much the same. 8.
You look around, and the statue, even though while it's like fully flush up against the wall, it doesn't seem like it's built out of the wall. It seems like it's been placed there. It's like the plinth that it stands on is discreetly different from the wall behind it. You'd think if you tried really hard, you could probably pull it forward. You could probably move the statue if you want. Like, there's no moving part on it, but you could move the entire statue if you wanted.
Let's not try moving it until we run out of options, perhaps, just in case.
Maybe Miralar was placing these as he went.
It's a giant game of chess.
What's Jeff?
I don't know.
Not me! Not Hermione! You!
Okay, so there's an A on that nobleman statue.
There is.
I wrote that down.
A for
I'm writing down everything.
There's a bullet.
And there's a bullet for
So you went to the base of it, and you were working to like carve an A in a spot which was like clearly visible to you. You carve it. You step away. All of a sudden, the like rock itself begins to almost like shake a little,
You pissed off the
and
guys.
more words, like more letters, begin to form alongside of what you'd written.
But
Tom
What?
Riddle. It's his diary.
And what are the letters?
It says,
Fuck you.
"Lord Elosrin Zertana," where the A is the A that you'd carved.
Oh shit.
Lord. Oh, I don't remember what you said.
Elosrin,
How do you spell that?
ALOSRIN, Zertana, XYRTHANA.
T-H-A.
N.A. Zerthana?
Lord Alonzo.
That's what I'm reading. This is
And the entire like dust seems to shake off of the statue, and it looks even more detailed than it had prior.
What did you do?
What was that?
Don't know. But...
what did we
So
say
it's
about
like, is
touching
it?
stuff?
It looks like my etched A in the middle of the.
We talked
As you
about
take a
not
closer look
touching
at it,
things.
its facial features seem to have changed.
Oh no.
Its face now looks almost exactly like Arkmir's. Like the horns jutting out from the back.
What?
Are you
The
not
crown
controlled by
sitting
a
on top of
statue?
its head.
Does it look kind of fish-like?
Does it have gills?
Does it have gills? Yeah.
The tail that was not there before.
Yeah, that's tail.
There's now a tail.
What the fuck?
All right, next statue I want to try.
I want a statue.
B. That's definitely new. Harriet says. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Interesting.
I can tell you, I did not expect that at all.
Has anything seemed to be happening to him?
Turning into a statue now,
Yeah.
guys.
So you've been lying about your name this whole time?
So you're actually...
Alonzo.
It's Alonzo.
Is there I'm assuming that this statue, if this is spiral,
Yep.
I'm assuming the statue is on the outside. wall?
Almost everything is on the outside wall.
Is it looking at any point in particular on the inside wall,
trace its
or
eyes.
like, I just try to look at it to see if it's.
Make a perception check.
You nailed it.
Big one, big one.
Perception 23.
Yeah. It's looking at nothing.
It's looking at. There's a small, like in the naturally carved wall. It seems like there's a spot. You pinpoint the spot where the statue is looking at. You can't see it from here, but it seems like there's something, like a small piece of rock has like fallen off from there or something. Seems like there's almost like a little ledge up there. Not big.
I can fly.
Ledge?
Like potentially, if you climbed up there, it seems like there's like a small pocket, like
It's a
hole
fucking
open
chest. It's good.
inside
It's a secret weapon. Climb up and get it, Arkmir.
I'm like, hi friends. Did any of you notice that as all of you are looking to the statue, like I point to the wall opposite?
Yes.
How high up is he pointing?
I mean, this figure was looking up pretty
figure
high
you're
up
like
like
this,
that,
and it's just
so
like-
it's like
I just don't know because like if we're going down the
Yeah.
spiral, like how high is the spiral above us?
it's probably about like 10 feet up, 10, 15 feet up.
It's okay, so he can
Okay.
probably reach it.
Yeah, it's out of reach of that.
I'll jump.
I can walk.
He can also walk up the wall.
The hole is probably too small for your hand to fit through. Like the small pocket, like this big.
So I feel like this is gonna be one of those horror movies where I stick my hand in. It's like,
Yeah.
but,
Like the mummy.
Well, just
Um,
point the sword in it.
yeah.
And then-
The mummy
Sword
ride
goes.
at, remember the mummy ride at Florida?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
oh sorry, what did you say?
Can you climb up there and take a look? But
Don't etch your name in it.
Stick something else in it.
Oh.
It's not big enough for the big one.
I'll walk up there.
There's inscriptions around it says glory hole.
Something's happening.
This is not
The hole's
first
down
time.
here. Just like,
There's another time that Arkmir put his dick in something. Yeah, when we were down.
There's too many to remember.
This is just crazy so fast.
You begin to make your way up the wall. The wall, like you have the spider climb
Yeah.
boot, so you're able to make easy way up to where this like small receptacle is. You look inside. There seems to be almost like it's empty, but there's runes carved on the inside of this,
God damn it.
and you can't read them.
While I'm there, I'm gonna go and just try and write down what I'm seeing. Paper.
Sure. You take out a piece of paper, you get to scribble down. You all can see Arkmir up there, just like
You're writing
making
your name
notes.
again, aren't you?
I'm not writing it on the stone now. I'm just leaving a message in here.
Just a picture of Dick.
Just like this on paper. You got him. Is that's all that's in there? Just runes?
Yep.
Well, Astra, you may have some more work here. I'm just gonna come down.
Did you write this?
Don't make fun of it.
Your penmanship is.
You
I use daggers, not pens, okay?
You immediately recognize the first three sort of character sounds:
Okay.
Ark and Scott.
Oh.
The last two are Uma Hat, and you process those in your mind to mean the ruler.
Oh, it's me.
Umahad?
Hat.
The ruler.
Hot?
Hat.
Hat. I say it out loud.
Scott.
Ark and Scad Umahat.
Immediately, a bright blue light flares out from the small receptacle up above you. This entire area, part of the hallway, almost seems to be lit up. This like bright, almost searing, blindingly blue light coming from up above you. The darkness still remains down in the
I
hallway,
know this is gonna happen.
but that light is just emanating out and shining almost directly onto this statue, almost like a spotlight of sorts.
Anything else changed?
The
with
figure
statue?
on the statue changes from looking like Arkmir back into a haughty, noble, sort of elvish figure with like long, pointy ears. Similar to what it was before, but the entire statue seems a little bit sharper, a little bit clearer, a little bit more renovated, so to speak. Seems like it's been like
his name
recently
still carved in
carved.
Yeah, is the A still carved in it?
The A is still carved in it,
Okay.
but it still says Lord Alasrin.
Oh,
It's on
sorry.
it.
To the next statue.
Pretty
See
much.
if we can turn on any more lights.
Can mark
Yeah.
them all.
You continue on, and you come to a hallway. You're not sure if you've been past this one or not. It seems to be curving off to the
I'm just
left.
writing down that when we come across the hallway,
Put a bullet
Yep.
there.
not that it's this. Yeah.
You put a bullet there. Then you move forward, and you come to another statue. but this is one that you've seen before. There's a statue of the running
the lizard.
lizard-like creature.
Wait, are you carving?
I want to carve my name, but is my first name the or big? I've never been in this dilemma before.
I'll carve a T and put a bullet beside it.
Using a letter that lines up with whatever their name is.
It turns into Thailand.
What's a
As far as we can tell before he does that, it looks exactly, it's like running and has like the pillar or whatever.
Yep.
Is it looking at anything like, I guess, similar
It's
to
looking
last
like almost like up. Like this one's actually, because it's like running like this, it's looking off to the right as well,
Yeah.
just further down the ramp. It's holding like this like stone pillar, seemingly rushing forward, but you think it's looking in the direction of like the rock wall still.
one? Okay. Alright, so not like a crevice or anything. Yeah.
Make a perception check.
I will assist you.
Did a T do anything?
It does actually. I will come back to that.
I'm assisting you, so
Well, the first one was a 4.
make this one better.
16.
You look at. You're fairly sure you're looking at the spot where the statue would be looking. You don't see anything immediately.
So much yet.
Big one as you carve the T.
It's a little T. Looks like kids writing.
Well, the little T turns into Tosrak, scale blade.
How do you spell it?
Thosrak.
Two Ks?
Wait.
Thosrak.
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 And what's the last part?
Scale blade.
Cool.
Skelly.
Well, so what was the? It was Uma, and what was the second part of that?
Uma thought?
Thought?
Thurman.
Thought.
Thought?
Oh, Uma.
Hot.
Oh, hot.
Hot.
HAAT. Hot.
Hot.
H-A-A-T.
That
Hot.
Uma so hot.
So hot. Okay.
The features on this statue, the head seems to turn into almost like an elephantine shape with a trunk and tusks. The feet, like it looks almost identical to you. But the proportions seem a little odd,
Idiot.
but close enough.
Thicker.
And as you're looking in the direction of the rock, you notice almost like a little bit of a shimmer, and then a small crevasse that used to be there, or that used to not be there, but now very clearly is.
Well, this one's like.
This one's a little bit closer to eye level, so you all can potentially walk over to it and take a look inside.
Yes. Does it have runes again?
Yeah.
What do they say?
Ark and Skad,
Let's go.
Kir Lao.
Oh.
Helia.
Heave Lao?
QIRLAO.
L-A-R. Here, Lao.
Lao.
Heave ho! Say it.
Ivan et Niash.
Yeah.
Say it.
Ark and Skad
Oh, no.
Kir Lao.
You gather that the Kir Lao means
Oh, yeah.
the builder.
Oh,
Wait.
Bob.
Bob the Builder.
Wait a minute.
The ruler.
Did she
the
say that out
builder?
loud?
No,
Interesting.
maybe.
Oh.
Who knows?
Oh, I thought that was you saying it out loud.
Well, she said the words out loud, but not the definite, like not.
Oh,
Oh,
no, I mean, Astra would be bragging that she can read stuff, so I would have said it out loud.
That's me.
We all know that.
Oh wait,
Man, it looks like you.
I mean, big one's internally freaking out.
Is this statue
wait a
holding
minute.
any kind of like crafting tool or whatnot, or is it just? It's just.
It was holding that like large
Rock.
stone pillar almost.
And still, oh, that still looks like
build
a
a
stone pillar.
house.
Okay. Yeah.
And as she says that, the statue immediately turns back to what it was before.
Right.
This almost dragon-born type figure with like a long snout, sharp teeth, pointed ears, Seems cool. Got like
I
almost
think
like
I do too.
utility belt type thing going on. It's like stone. Seems like a statue of somebody building things.
Astra knows about some of the different gods and knows of the builder,
You do know of the builder.
Keston.
You do know of Keston.
You sneaky sand squinch.
Is he a lizard?
It doesn't say, but it does say that they like lose their names and then they go by like a weapon name in the title. And his was Thastrak Scaleblade.
Oh.
Interesting. Wait a minute, but then what about the nobleman? He was ruler.
The ruler.
Did she know what
Everyone
Uma
knows.
Hot meant? Did she say?
Ruler.
Did you say? Did I just not write it down?
What does
Ruler.
Uma Thurman mean?
Yeah.
Ruler.
Oh, is that what it was? Ruler?
Meter stick.
I don't think I have. I don't know of one named the ruler though.
I think you're looking in the wrong spot.
Lawson.
What are you not telling us?
Well, based on what he just did, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Your face is sneaky sand squinch.
We'll see. We gotta
The
keep
statue
going.
looks similar in some ways to, or well, you'd think that it matches like a builder type.
Yeah, you just see the big one, like, you're just staring at the statue.
And the one that you did. Okay, my turn next.
The one that looked like me that you said like it had a crown on it?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the ruler.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, it looked like a noble,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
elven figure until you carved your.
There was a statue that had no face. How do we track its eyes? I don't know where it's looking.
Well, once we give it a face,
I'll just
Got a
stand
happy
there
face on it.
until my head the exact same way.
you were gonna carve that one.
Without how scary
Alright,
hands.
so keep going.
You're bald, right?
Sorry, you said. Wait, Kier Lau, what did you say that one meant again?
The builder.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay, my turn next.
But what does Kier Lau mean? I think we keep, yeah, we're still moving.
Astra's at the front now. She's not scared. She just wants to put her name on the thing.
You all want to vandalize
It's-
stuff now, eh?
Yeah.
Now it's cool.
It's strange because almost like as soon as this blue light almost sparks up, the darkness around you seems to almost like not exist for a little while. And then you continue on and you find another hallway that leads away from you further into this place. And then you continue on. All of you make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
No.
Is
Well,
this,
take my
is this
potion.
being charmed or frightened?
This isn't being charmed or frightened.
But is it being...
Ooh!
No.
I rolled a nat 20 for 24.
I'm
I
fucked,
rolled
guys.
a nat 19 for 19. I'm also.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
17.
We're in it together, Timon.
God damn it. Again.
Both Arkmar and Timon, you
Drink a potion!
you just immediately begin to almost like lose track of how long you've been here. You
Oh,
have
you guys
no
are great.
idea.
That's fine.
It feels like you've been going for forever, but also that you just started delving. You have no idea how long you've been going.
Are we there yet?
We'll turn around and go back up. I will turn us around and we'll go back up if you don't shut up.
It's been so long.
Got to agree with the friend here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You two agree with each other right
Oh,
now?
it's so weird.
I'm hungry.
I've been eating for 7 days.
It feels like forever that we've been
You guys
here.
are literally the two in
No.
The Hobbit when they're going through the forest and they're losing their minds. It's like, wait,
I think
I've
there's just...
seen this backpack before. That's because it's your backpack. We're going in circles.
I swear we've been here before.
You come across another statue.
Yes!
The statue is one that you haven't seen before.
Does it have a bullet in front of it?
It does not have
I
a
put a
bullet.
bullet in front of it.
I etched my letter A into it.
No! I etched my letter A into it.
What does this one look like?
The statue looks like it's strange because the statue is almost not facing out. It's facing inwards towards the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, but is it like...
And it looks like almost
And it's like knocking on the wall.
Holy shit.
no, but that would be very cool. I wish I thought of that one earlier. It's like a rather ornately carved desk of sorts. And there's like a stone chair, and there's a figure that's sitting on the chair, almost like head down, like writing on a table, potentially.
Okay.
The figure looks similar in some ways to the one that you've seen first. It looks elvish of sorts. Long pointy
I
ears.
thought the first one was faceless.
The third one that you saw.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Astro. I think
The first one that Arkmir wrote his A into.
Oh, the
I
nobleman.
wrote it into the
Oh.
nobleman.
Looks like-
And that one was elvish in nature.
You're not
Yeah.
elvish, he's elvish.
But I called it.
You get to the one where it's a girl
Well, he's
with a
not an
stupid
elf
dragon.
either, and he put his name in the elf font.
Yeah, but I know Elvish.
Is this statue looking at like you said, like head down? So there's no, it's not looking at the wall. Or
It's not
anything.
looking at the wall.
Is there anything on the desk that's?
Nothing that you can see.
You gotta carve a name first, son. If you want
Do
to.
it.
No, go for it.
No.
I'm gonna carve it too if one of you don't go.
Okay, I'll do it then. Carbonate. But it's like a fancy Astra A that I stole from Ariel. You know?
Looks like
You
mine.
carve
Does
carve
not.
the A. And it says the same thing as what it said before. Lord Alashran Zerkana.
You got it because you have the same letter.
But now it looks like Astra.
The figure does change and it looks similar to Astra. The
Where's it
horns look
looking?
slightly different. It's got glasses on its face.
So it's a different
Looking
statue.
down at the table,
Did
essentially.
anything appear on the table?
Like runes that are just carved on the table surface.
Fancy.
Does it look like Arkanskad Umahat?
Nope.
Oh,
I mean, the first-
Astra. Does it say Ark and Scott at the beginning?
It does.
Okay.
Even you're able to identify that now. Everybody is able to identify
Come
that now.
on.
It's like-
I don't know what the end is,
We
though.
don't need
That's-
to.
You don't know what the
language is
rest
so
of it
easy,
means,
yeah.
or what those
What's the
three
last
words
part
mean.
say?
Everyone, I've created a decipher for this.
I hate you.
The last part says Lumpak.
And that means.
It means the Watcher.
The what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you-
Yeah, remember when we all got one word?
Yes.
You get it there?
Yep, I got it.
That's why.
Did someone get it, the Watcher?
I don't know.
How about that?
Yeah. For sure she did. None of us know that, but I'm 100% guessing. That's why
Is
she
it
was like.
L-U-F? Or is it L-O?
That's why when he said
I
builder, I was like.
L-O.
Same with fucking
It says
ruler.
L-H-U-M.
Oh,
So it's a
interesting.
different character
Oh,
than
okay. Yeah.
technically
Shit, what was the
Nothing to worry about. Yeah.
H-U-M.
It's like a
Yeah.
P-A-K.
Interesting.
P-A-K.
Yeah. That's why I was like, this son of a bitch is doing that.
Okay.
But again, none of you know the definition of these words except Astra, and she's the one who's able to who says it out loud or chooses not to.
I think she said she was bragging about them all, saying it out loud.
It's like very Hermione.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Umahot.
Not
I do say that this time because this light is close to you. Immediately flares up into this
Blind you.
blue energy. All of you make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving
Oh
throw.
man.
Why?
Hey.
Am I being charmed?
Dirty 20.
Fuck.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 8.
9 again. What the fuck?
Seven.
Get all the bad rolls out now before we
Do you
die.
have good con?
The two of you are momentarily blinded,
Awesome.
and you
Yeah. He's
look
just like,
around. You have to turn away from the light itself, and you have no recollection of how you got here.
Fuck.
Oh, jeez.
You look around and you see your friends. You have no recollection of how you got here or where you
Okay,
are.
Who are you?
You're all just dazed.
You okay?
Just him. Doesn't remember.
You three.
Where are we again?
How did we get here?
Oh God.
No.
I'm gonna make
Big
this
one?
very short.
Wait,
and
what would be
sweet.
the last thing that we do remember of where we were?
You
we remember
remember
being
the
with
short
Harriet?
rest. You remember being with Harriet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
But
keep
as
this.
soon as we went in, that we forget all that.
I'm gonna keep this very short and sweet. We entered through the gateway. We've been traveling for a while. We keep coming upon statues. We're going in a circle. Things don't make sense. You all just lost your minds.
We've been going forever.
Yeah.
I'm so
But
tired.
an important thing is you've been keeping note of everything. If you look in your notebook, you can see how many statues we've passed, how many whatever. I need
You've written stuff in shorthand, but you understand your own shorthand.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I need you to
It's
keep doing
like
this.
I
saying
see
that
like,
stuff,
What are you saying?
but
It's like memento.
We're
you
trying to
don't
find-
really believe it. But
I don't need you to believe it, damn it. I slap it.
I will. I'm gonna try to do an insight check to see if I believe more. If this is all like in my head.
make an insight check.
Got disadvantage, little bitch.
Yeah, but I have advantage on
Oh, you're
insight.
stupid. Wait, how
How
would
would you feel?
11.
You don't remember going down this anymore, so do you feel like
I feel
Does it negate the feeling of being here?
Oh, I still feel a little
I got
tired.
11, so do I-
forever, but I don't remember
I
what
don't.
we were doing?
You don't really know. Like
All right.
what you're reading makes sense. What
Yeah.
he's saying kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Like, and you are in a
woke
place
up.
unlike
I'm
any
so
that you've
tired
seen
already.
before. So,
Yeah.
like logically, it might add up.
I'm not having fun. I'm gonna sit a little bit and then I sit down.
Calthea, what's the last thing you remember doing?
I remember us talking out with Harriet, where we found her.
Well, we've entered. She's with us.
Hey.
Hi.
Has she been succeeding through all of this? Who are all of you? Runs off into the darkness.
I mean, I have no idea where we are, but I knew that going in that I wouldn't have any idea where we'd be. So
Remember that. She told you that during our rest. Things get weird in here.
I definitely don't remember getting here or how long we've been in here. I mean,
It must have been forever because
It has been a while, but
Harry, do you remember
I have a pretty good idea.
if Miralar, did he interact with these statues at all?
I don't think so.
But you may have also forgotten.
Maybe.
I think we need to keep going. You're
I
just
don't
gonna-
think so. I think what you guys are doing is new. I don't remember this place being this brightly lit at all when we were going down.
That's another important part. We keep coming across statues. We've carved our name into a few of them. They've told us what you've written down. There's a few names in there. And then they've said some runes, which you've been translating for us.
Okay, my turn's next to write my name on a statue.
Okay.
Do you recognize this A here?
You did that 5 seconds ago. So it's not your turn.
If
Back
you
and
see it's
why?
not yours, then you're admitting that it's my A.
So now you're plagiarizing my signature.
We have 2 people that need to go. 2 people can't remember that they didn't go.
what?
All right, let's go.
Okay,
We
this
keep
is
going.
the way. Go
I
that
helped
way.
time it out. Come on. We can rest
So
later.
one thing I'll say is, just an FYI. I guess I'm assuming we've caught you up now on the statues and stuff,
I
but
mean, I'm going off of what you're saying.
yes. But if we're gonna continue this, it seems like when Astra does her job of reading out whatever these runes say, we need to avoid whatever this blue light is. It's
Yeah, don't look directly into whatever you're reading.
So wait, did this statue do something to us? Is that why I don't remember?
So basically, we carved a letter
the
of our name.
statue.
It started with Arkmir. He carved an A.
I
The
can,
statue turned into him. Then it shone. Its focus was on a little rune. She read it. A blue flash appeared. That's why it's light in here now. And it did something. This particular one you seemed to be staring at. Apparently you all were. When she read it, the blue light came on, and you're now all sort of in dazed, forgetful state.
The first one didn't affect us at all. And that one, maybe it was too far.
We may have been.
us.
Are we sure we want to keep doing this with the... Who knows what the other ones will do to us then? This one apparently wiped our memory.
Well,
That's again, if as long as we
If
avoid that
Mirror
light.
didn't do it, I mean, we don't even know where the lights come
maybe
from,
this
do
is an
we?
advantage, though. We don't know what this is doing. Maybe it gives us the sword of Gryffindor overdone.
I'd prefer not to have more of my memory wiped.
So just close your eyes. It's fine. We only have theoretically 2 more carvings we need to see. There could be many more statues. We don't know. The good news is we can see now. Otherwise, it's pitch black, and we're only going off your sword.
I mean, but it's only illuminated close to the statue. As we keep going, it's still dark.
Correct. But if we need to come back up, or if we... You see, it's a weird time thing where we keep passing through the same entrances and statues, so it could be lit up the next time we go. I would say we keep trying, and then if it's pitch black at the same statue we come to, then we stop. We're all dead.
Just rolling a die. Jeez.
God, that was a lot of that.
Either way, we need to keep going.
I'll lead the way.
No, you can't see. Sorry.
Just walk into darkness.
You continue on, and you come to
A bullet?
a statue with a bullet in front of it.
We've been here before. Is it dark?
It's not dark. It is lit. It's the statue of the running giant one.
Okay. So you're not going to remember this, but I've been putting bullets at the statues we pass by, the ones you keep marking off. We've been to this one and we can see.
We've been to this one, guys.
Is this one that we carved
He's been
into?
putting bullets.
It's one I
It
carved.
still has your
Yeah.
T carved into it.
Sam was like, ooh, a bullet.
I'm going to put 2 bullets down. Don't you dare touch those 2 bullets.
Free ammo.
Alright, shall we keep
Shall
going?
we try another name or keep going till we find an empty statue? Probably keep going.
We know there's still that faceless statue.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Keep past
You
this
continue
one. I do
down.
put a replacement bullet and a second bullet.
As we're walking, I'm just like reading my notes over and over again to see if I can. Because like I'm reading it knowing that I wrote it, but I'm reading it to see if I can remember writing it. So I just keep reading it over and trying to play it over in my head.
Make another wisdom saving throw.
I'm imagining that Kelther's having an internal crisis because someone has affected his like precious
Oh wait, why am I doing that?
his notes.
14.
You don't remember writing it. It looks like your handwriting.
Yeah,
You don't remember writing it.
still doing it.
Just keep going.
You continue on. You come to a hallway with a bullet in front of it.
I put a time and do not
This is
take
the main
bullet.
hallway that you'd entered in from.
You took it.
I'll put 2 more bullets down. I'm gonna smack you in the back. Stop taking my damn bullets.
I keep finding free ammo.
No, you don't. I'm putting them there to know where we've been.
I'm so tired, guys.
You, at this point, even those who have not been affected have completely lost track of how long you've been here.
It's based on bullets, baby. That's all I care about.
Continuing on further, another 4, 5, 6
Wait.
minutes, you see another statue in the distance.
Before you say that, do we want to take a chance that maybe the way we gotta go is back through the arch we came in? Like maybe we've gone into another time and we gotta go back out there and Miralar's just like have we seen Miralar doing that? It's an option.
It
It
sounded
is an
like
option.
Harriet had an idea of what that place looked like.
I think
Sorry.
Wait a
very
minute.
different.
She said a laboratory though, and there was lab equipment out there. She had a bunch of
You wouldn't
test
remember
tubes
that.
and stuff. Yeah, I would.
That happened in the spiral
Oh,
staircase
but the
going down.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I knew that there was a laboratory.
Did you know that she said there was a laboratory and there was like test tube babies?
Wait a
and stuff down
minute.
there?
She didn't say anything about test tubes or anything. She
Test
just said
tube
there was a
babies.
laboratory.
But like, would that be the same
Specifically, test tube babies.
Harriet, do you consider your workstation out there to be the laboratory?
No, this was.
For sure
I
not
remember.
in the
It
same
wasn't.
room we
No,
met
it
you.
wasn't. It was a
Okay.
large workshop lab.
Okay.
There was all sorts of strange
Test tube babies.
statues and test.
If you let me,
There were these large,
Maybe
almost
not.
like glass cases, the
that's
things inside of them. There was like a big
That's
pedestal. It wasn't any sort of, and it was a massive chamber. It was really high up, and I think it wasn't open per se, but it went on for a while.
Okay, I think we're on the right track.
There were all sorts of these like carvings on the roof above it.
All right, she's going crazy.
Maybe
Keep
some
going.
sort of like spindly. Ugh.
All right.
Do we leave her? Can we leave her? Keep going?
We'll keep going. I think we're on the right track. I can't trust any of these three.
So you
it's
said
me and
we're
you.
approaching another statue?
You are approaching another statue.
Is there a bullet?
There's no bullet in front of this one. There's no light in front of this one.
Faceless.
It's a different
It
statue.
is not a faceless statue.
Oh.
It is a statue of a large, proud, dragonborn figure, wearing heavy armor, holding a massive shield in front of it. The shield is almost like bigger than all of you, bigger than your shield. It's almost like a tower shield that almost spans the entirety of this figure.
It's your up, buddy. What you're gonna do?
Where's my bullet?
Here, I'll give you a bullet. There you go. What I'm gonna need you to do.
The figure is holding this large spear almost in one hand and is looking up proudly in the opposite direction.
I'm gonna need you to carve a letter for your name.
Hold
in
on.
that direction.
Hold on. Before you do that, what have we gained from etching these? Because as far as I'm concerned, we've only lost things.
Okay.
What have we gained from
This is gonna sound weird. I don't know how you
walking
feel,
around?
but back during our travels,
This is Michael speaking. The one word thing we got was from looking into the sky the first time we saw the runes, right?
Not the first.
Not the first time, but the first, like, when we actually, like, really looked up and okay.
It was when you were in the storm, like in Ward 16.
Gotcha.
Just like on the edge of the storm.
when we were
Ward 6?
Yeah.
when we were in Ward 6 and we were kind of in the belly of the storm, when I looked up into the clouds, I saw a word appear, a symbol.
Was it a symbol or a word?
A little column A, a little column B.
So it was a symbol or a word, and it told me, or I saw builder. We've passed a statue, and based on what Astra relayed to us, it also said builder. I don't know what you guys observed. I know you probably won't remember, but did yours say anything? We all said we saw something different in the storm. Mine was builder. The statue that I carved my name into, the runes read out builder.
You alright?
You okay?
I just choked.
Breathed in some water.
I think mine said the ruler.
That's his job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
Do you need my inhaler?
I think mine said the ruler.
Did the runes that Astra read out shortly ago say ruler?
That's what she told us.
That's what I told you.
And you would have written it down, the one that you carved into. Did
Yeah.
it specify yours?
Mm-hmm.
So it's connected to us somehow.
You have to erase all your notes, by the way.
No.
It seems to all be connected. I've seen what I saw in the Red Storm. Arkmir's seen his, and Astra's seen hers.
I try to look at Arkmir's notes because I don't remember what mine would have said, but I'm pretending that I
Then
do.
you have the little.
Looking at Arkmir's notes.
No,
Yeah.
I know. it.
Everyone knows
Yeah.
Arkmir takes the best notes.
Arkmir does take a lot of really
He's
good
so
notes.
good at taking notes.
Yeah.
It's totally an Arkmir thing.
Yeah. What is it? What does his notes say?
Huh?
What does Arkmir's notes say?
Oh my god. You guys are the worst.
So what we can gain by this is
Like,
could
what
be
do you
a
guys
very
want?
odd coincidence, or the next statues we carve your name into could specify that as well. Now, obviously, it comes with potential risk, but I think if we're ready and we're prepared for it, I mean, this place is already pretty fucked up. Excuse my French.
What's French?
Excuse my gnomish.
I want to see what words you guys get. Your turn.
My turn to what?
To put the letter T on the statue.
On the statue?
Yeah.
Alright. I pull my daggers and
Get ready to see where.
I already see where it's looking.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
I carve a T at the base of the.
Now, when Astra reads out, potentially just cover your eyes for a moment. That might not help. It might be some sort of magical presence, but be aware that we might be hit.
You
with
carve your T and it becomes Tusrak skillet.
So we already know those things, yeah. But it looks.
Same letters.
He's gonna see probably.
It
not
looks like a
remembering-
really not physically accurate dwarf.
Yeah.
Like a very stretched out dwarf.
But it has like his beard in
It
it.
has a beard.
It transformed to you
It looks like
in
a
just a
giant
very
robot.
oddly shaped way.
So beautiful.
So again, just be prepared
I
that
dreamed of being that
What do
tall all my
the?
life.
I guess I sketch the runes again. These are ones that are above ground. You made it sound like it was
I know
looking
you-
up.
It's a little bit above, but it's back the way you were coming, so you
Okay.
have to go back a little bit. Time Bob.
Okay, I'll bring it back
yourself,
closer to the
yes.
statue, kind of away from that area.
Just-
Let's face this way here, Astra.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
And
a good idea.
I read through my
I
fingers.
just shove my fists into my giant fingers.
So it's Arc.
Arc and
And
Scad.
Moor Lean.
Moor Lean.
How do we spell that?
Like bright blue light almost like shines out of it. Again, directly in the direction of the statue, almost illuminating it and bathing it in blue light. You all now knowing to not look straight at this. Look away. Astra, you gather that this phrase means Arkansas protector.
Protector. Was that your word?
From the sky.
Wait, did you say near loom?
No.
Moor.
Moor
Lean.
Lean.
Morlin.
How do you spell that?
Are
M-U-R
you
yeah.
the protector?
L-I-M.
I'm starting bowing.
Are you the ruler?
I am.
So that's 4 for 4 now. This
That,
has to be something.
that's one of the words that I've seen so far. I've been to the storms twice,
Multiple times.
but
But it is connected
I
to you.
in Word 6 saw protector.
There we go. There's one more. It's just gonna say
I look at the statue again. Is it uglier?
It's gone back to looking like a
That's
dragon.
ugly. A small tear strikes. I say nothing.
Onwards.
All right, Arkmir.
I put a bullet inside this one. And we continue. Don't you dare! I slapped your hand.
I'm
Continuing
on
on.
3 bullets now.
Yeah.
You come to an archway. But this archway is closed off. It doesn't seem to be leading anywhere.
Does it have runes around it?
There are runes around it.
What do they say?
It says Creation Workshop.
Oh shit, that could be a lab.
But,
But it's
it's
closed
just a
off.
solid wall. in front of you.
Well, we should go back because we need Calthier to scratch his little name.
Speak, friend, them enter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
That's where we went. I remember there were these runes carved on the gate. I remember now. She also just rolled a natural 20.
Oh, bitch, be good.
That's the way.
Creation. What did
This
you say it
is
was?
the
Creation
way?
what?
Lab.
Workshop.
Workshop.
I don't know what's down there. Well, okay, I know what's down there. There's a workshop.
Yeah.
There's a workshop down there.
Was this closed off when you came through here last time?
No, it was open.
Okay.
Does it look like just a rock wall, or is it like brick, like kind of laid stone or
It
whatever?
looks like solid rock.
We have
Does it look rock as in the same as
Not
this
natural
side?
rock.
Not
Smooth
natural.
Like Dwayne?
Oh, smooth. Like.
It's like the rock.
Hey, can you get out of the way?
Yeah.
so, okay. So there's obviously this appears to be the way to go. We could either
Kinda
try
have fun
and
with the statues.
I etched the letter A into the stone.
With a dagger?
Why does it say it
Are
like
you
that?
actually doing that?
I'm tempted to actually do it. Yeah, the
You take a
dagger.
dagger and you touch the wall. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
no.
shit.
I need to shoot through it again. Now's my
But it
time.
wasn't. But it wasn't a stone thing that you shot.
Doesn't
right?
matter. I have magic powers now.
15.
Okay.
You only take.
Yeah. Half the damage. Oh god. Oh shit.
As you as you touch the dagger to the wall, this like sharp bolt of electricity almost travels down it into your arm and almost like shocks you. You drop the dagger. You take 15 points of lightning.
What did I tell you about touching things?
Halved because you let go of the dagger quickly enough.
Okay.
It'd be 7 or
Okay,
8
sorry.
rounded up. 7?
This like
8 rounded up.
smell of like lightning, electricity, and burnt like ozone just permeates the air. Yep.
Did it look like when I touched it though? Like the arc?
Similar. There was
Okay.
lightning energy that came from the wall the
Before
last
we
time.
touch it anymore, perhaps we just try reading the runes. That
Correct.
seems to be opening things.
Also, to what Asher was saying, perhaps what we've been doing with those statues is a way in, and we do have one more person in our party that hasn't done
But
it.
she said that
Well, none of this was here
Miralar
when
came.
she came.
the statues were though.
Statues where the darkness wasn't.
According to my notebook, I don't remember
The
her
blue
saying
light
that.
wasn't. So if
Nothing happened.
we can you try reading all
Pretty
the
sure
things we
I'm
said?
not creative.
Did I feel any resistance when I touched that wall?
As soon as you touched it, it was just like zapping you.
Okay.
So if I
I'm
could,
gonna like just now I'm backing up and I'm just throwing a dagger at it. What happens?
You throw a dagger, and as it hits, there's just like sparks fizzle out, and your dagger kind of bounces off.
this seems like
But
a
like there's
similar.
no like it doesn't look any different as it's doing that.
This seems like something similar to the arch.
Yeah.
I could try and Tony Stark this again.
I mean, if
However,
it could put you in danger. It could hurt you. You don't even.
well, Arc Bear lived. I'm stronger than him.
But it did hurt you, right?
Stand back. I roll up the fake sleeve. I look where the little blast mark was.
Okay.
Wait, this is a bad
I
idea.
touch it.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Steve.
So dexterous.
Yeah. I rolled a 3.
Incoming 100
Oh
damage.
no.
Damage.
You take 18 points of lightning damage as your hand just like gets zapped with lightning and it travels across your entire body. You're just shocked and you pull your hand back.
So it's not the same thing at all?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
I mean, it still deals you lightning damage.
No, but last time my arm.
The last time you were able to
connected.
channel it into your arm. This time,
No.
nothing of that sort.
I don't
happens.
think it's the same thing.
Do we see any more runes around? And is it just in English, Creation Workshop?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
in the
It's in
strange
the-
language that
There
you
is
Can
no
I-
English, dummy.
Can I say that? Can I read it in that language? I love.
Yeah,
I do that.
it doesn't do anything.
So what happens if we have to keep going? I can leave another bullet. Maybe it'll be open the next time we pass it.
Maybe we can walk backwards to it after.
Who knows?
Definitely gonna put another bullet beside it.
You put another bullet beside it, and you continue on downwards.
Yeah. I mean, there's clearly no switches, things, pressure plates.
Which way's the door looking?
Yeah.
You continue on downwards.
Can we Rebellio?
Rebellion.
You continue on downwards.
Back to Hogsmeade.
And very shortly, probably about 5 minutes later, the floor begins to even out. And you're no longer going down. It's just flat.
Still smooth.
Still going
Still
around
smooth.
though.
It's still going around.
They're just leveled.
Yep.
Interesting.
Weird.
Okay.
Up in front of you, there's another doorway to the right, like a hallway.
Keep walking, I guess.
You keep walking and very quickly past this hallway. So this hallway, unlike some of the other ones, also has runes carved on it.
What do they say?
And this one actually has a gate. like a door that's closed, like a stone door with handles and everything.
Aloha
Those aren't
Mora.
allowed.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try avoid touching.
The
doors.
runes above it say private chambers,
Touch it.
Whose private chambers?
and
says
further
pirate
past you can
chambers.
actually see
You think
the
there's a
hallway
pirate in there?
ends. There's just a wall.
Maybe.
Wait, the door's open?
No, the door's closed. Like the round like spiral that you were
It
going
ends.
by.
We've hit the
Oh.
bottom.
Can I? I'm standing not too far from it, but like just throw a dagger on the handle there. It doesn't react in any adverse way.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
I think this one's safe, guys.
I mean, we're not here looking for private chambers, right? I guess we have to go back up.
How do we get in the door though?
Well, you said there's other statues that
was
we
a
didn't do anything with,
That was
right?
the second statue we came across. The first.
We don't
know
really
if it's-
have many other options.
That was
though.
the first one we came across.
Yeah. Who knows if we're gonna go up the same path we came in though?
Keep going.
What if there's a magical button?
Can I inspect this door? Do I see any? Is there any?
Make an
traps
investigation
open?
check. The door is built of like solid stone, from what you can make out. You can't even really see any hinges, to be honest. It would be on the either the
There's a
inside or
handle we see
somewhere.
there?
There's two handles. It's like a big double door of stone. The
Yeah.
handles themselves are also like bars of either iron or stone.
So-
Very thick, very chunky.
16 for the investigation.
And this is like a big door. We're talking like
Yeah.
probably 20 feet across.
That's big.
Doesn't seem to be anying traps. Not
I
bad.
don't. And
Fluffy is gonna be in there. Three-headed dog. So the way
These are
I
my
see
private
it,
chambers.
we have two options. We go back up and try and figure out how to open that door. I mean, the problem is if we go back to the first statue and we can never find it again, we're kind of shit out of luck. Option two, we have a quick peek in here and see if there's... I mean, nothing about this other than the path that Harriet mentioned is the same as when she last came down. So things have changed drastically. Seems like that creation lab is where we need to go, but it's completely sealed off, and it wasn't last time. So either we try and go all the way back up to get to the first statue, which is the only one we didn't interact with, which might not have anything to do with this. Risk getting lost. Go back to the door and find a way, which didn't look like there was any, or we see what's in here. This is a pretty big door.
She did
Whose
say
private quarters would this be?
she did say that she came to a big chamber at the end, and that's where the shrine and the red lightning was.
It's true. But
It
she
was
also
through
said,
the lab, though.
said she went through the lab.
Yeah, but
But
we
maybe it's all
also took a
changed.
random path to get here too.
What do you mean?
Like maybe her path that she took to get there was just by chance. Maybe we're gonna take a different route.
It was open when she came in. It's closed to us. So there are things that seem to be different.
Slight differences. I don't know. I really don't know what the answer is here.
Does the door seem to move with ease?
Not at all. It's heavy.
Does it
You
move,
can't
though?
even move it.
No.
Okay.
Well, seems like we can't.
Can you see? Is there like a some doors have like a little crack below it?
I mean, you can.
Is there any like noise or anything along those lines?
Does it smell weird?
Not really.
And there's
Is
no
there-
light.
It's all darkness.
Any beeping?
The beeping hasn't.
Change.
It's probably a little bit more frequent now than it was before, actually.
Well, the good news is at least
the door?
Make a strength check.
the good news is for now we've reached the bottom. At least for now.
There, it's just ended, right? Like we
Yeah,
can't
it's
keep
like
going.
the door, and then if you were to go left, it's just like
A
stone.
wall.
It just ends.
Okay.
Just a check.
Yeah.
That was 18.
You like put your whole weight behind it and like begin to push it, and it moves basically like an inch or two. It seems like it would move, but
Should we try and get it so we can put all of our heads in, like on Friends, where they put all their heads on the door? We should at least not enter, but if we can get a visual inside, or even check through this crack here.
It seems very risky, but I'm kind of
I
out of
don't
options.
recommend it. I mean, I think the creation chamber is where we want to go. You guys wanted to look at the statues
I
because you
just don't
felt
know
there
if
was
we
a
can
connection
get
to
back
them.
to the statue.
I think we.
But at this point, we're in a maze, and the only possible lead we have is the door we just came from. Like, diving further in here just seems like a possible
We could try
mistake.
and find the last statue, and if we need to come back down here, then we can.
Yeah, let's go back. We're almost done with the statue thing, anyways.
Just try it.
Yeah.
Guess we'll try and go back up. Do we walk past similar things?
You begin making your way up the ramp, and shortly afterwards, you come to a statue that doesn't have a bullet in front of it.
Is it lit up?
It's not lit up.
Smooth face.
Just like it has a smooth, pale face of stone.
I put a bullet in front of it. I watch him to make sure he doesn't take it.
I was gonna say, does it look identical? I don't remember seeing this before. I have written down that
it
it's
does look the same.
Does it look the same?
It looks the same. Yeah.
It looks,
Yeah.
if not identical, it's the same figure. It's the same person. It's up to you now.
So in all the other statues, you tried to identify where the runes were based on where it was looking. This one has no face.
When you put your initial into it, it will look like you, and at that point, we'll be able to tell where it's looking.
True.
Or maybe this is the final piece and it doesn't need to look anywhere. Either way, I'll hand him a small dagger. Carve your name. Or letter. Sorry, K.
It's like I don't want to do this. But
You carve the K into it, and immediately the word turns into Kaltir Edkar.
Oh,
That your
The
actual name?
entire figure looks exactly like Kaltir.
I punch him in the face.
The
multiple
glaive.
times.
sorry. What is the last name?
It's his last name.
AEDKAR.
ADD.
KAR.
That's literally his name. You're the chosen one. Out of all the
And
people, you're the.
Where is it looking? It's just gonna go
Looking
wherever.
just straight.
So
There's
there's
like
a thing
pitch
there.
black eyes.
Is there anything straight across from it?
Yeah.
You notice a small.
What is this? Why are you? Why
So
is
wait,
your
did-
name here?
I didn't write this down, and I don't remember. But when you wrote yours down, did your names appear on it as well?
No, it turned
Yours
into.
is the first. Where a
It
name.
turned into whoever's person.
But
it was.
it looked like you,
It looked
though.
like us, but we saw Thosrak Scaleblade and Lord Alonzo of Alfa Romeo. Or yours is the
Are
first.
you?
At this point, I don't know.
What does this mean? Either way, you need to read the runes.
Well,
we need
Astra
to
needs
look
to
away.
read the runes.
Yes.
Yeah, what the hell?
Well, I thought it was that.
I can get pretty close now, though. It's so easy.
No, it's not that easy,
All right,
actually.
everybody,
Arcane
avert your
Scout.
eyes.
Yeah, and then what?
Avert your eyes. Look
It's only
away.
1-2 words off.
Okay, what did they say? Ark and Stad.
Man R.
Then.
How was that
Derek
spelled?
likes fans, so this makes sense.
VAN.
V-A-N.
VANARR.
VA on.
Ark. Ark and Scad. Van.
Looking
Everybody's
away.
looking away.
You all look away, and as you say the words, it immediately flares up. And you do gather that the phrase means seeker.
The Seeker.
That is one I saw before.
Play on Quidditch.
Yeah. Have any of you seen this little golden?
And as you say that, all of a sudden there's almost like a surge of light of sorts
We've solved it.
that pulses up this pillar of natural rock in the middle, going from where you were standing all the way up through, and the entire pillar in the middle is glowing almost like a crystalline blue, like a soft blue that's emanating from it.
I want to make one amendment. When we were at the bottom, we would have closed the big scary door.
Okay. It was only like an inch.
I don't care. It's fully closed to my left. Fuck that.
Hustle back down.
We're here. No. Okay. Did we just?
Whoa.
What does that mean? Did you see? You didn't see any of this before.
And why
It
is
was
your name on the
completely
statue?
dark. And the statue.
Did it turn
gone.
back to the faceless thing? Oh,
The statue. No, the statue is still there. It doesn't look like Haltir anymore.
Oh.
Now the statue looks like a faceless figure.
Is that even your
almost
real face?
cloaked in
rip
almost. It's
I've always
cloaked
just
in
had it
this
drawn on the
robe.
I never noticed it before. It's just a white face I'm like sketched on. How did I never know this?
It's cloaked in this robe with its fingers crossed. It's still faceless, but the entire cloak almost has these like thin, intricate lines into it, separated by dots, almost like constellations. The entire robe, from top to bottom.
Did any of the other ones do this?
No.
What does this mean? Should we try and find the door again?
Do I recognize any of the constellations?
I mean,
It's probably the Seeker.
you recognize a few with the constellations on it. Most of them, actually. They're all the constellations from the sky that you're used to seeing.
Should we try and find the door now? Do we go up or down?
To the gate.
No.
I'm kind of curious about one
creation
thing.
The creation lab. Where is
Well,
it
the
up
gate
or
for the
down?
creation.
Either.
We would have
So-
an idea.
What letter did you put in?
I put T for the.
Because I don't remember that. But my name is also with the T.
Yeah, we were concerned about that, but when I put T in, it changed to me. So it seems like it either recognized who was writing it or it was just pure chance. The only one's name that mattered apparently was Calthier's.
Yeah.
Because we both put A. Mine was a much nicer, more legible A.
Do you remember that?
I don't think you remember me writing it.
Yes.
Ah, sure. Don't worry.
You all are very confused as to what has been going on
Let's
over
try
the
and find
past
the door.
10 hours, and you have no idea how long it's been. Archmere, you feel parched and nauseous and sick,
Drink,
and as
drink,
you look
drink,
down, your
drink.
hand is just like almost
Drink,
entirely like translucent.
Drink, chug, chug, chug.
You immediately chug some water, and it provides you with a little bit of relief at least.
Also splashing some water on my gills.
There actually is beginning to form like almost like a separation in your skin.
Oh,
in
God.
those
If there's
points.
water down here, you're gonna fucking excel. All right, but again, the question remains: do we go up or down? Down. The last thing we saw was the big stone gate.
Well, we saw Pulse go up the stone.
So maybe
Right,
up,
so perhaps up.
I think, yeah.
because it was the creation door, then the big stone. We went to go back to the door, and it was now a statue.
But don't
Yeah,
we
it's
have
gonna be
to go
different
where,
when we go up.
where Harriet said that she
Maybe
saw?
it's reversed. So maybe we have to go to the top of the tower.
I don't know if there's a logical answer
I
to
don't-
this one at
There's
all, but I
probably-
think we can just pick a direction to
Uh,
go. And our DM will make sure that we get there.
We go up.
Let's go up.
And I keep an eye on you. What is it?
You begin to make your way up the stair, up the ramp, and you come to a hallway to your left, which has those orbs that you saw the hallway that
Is
you
there a
entered
bullet?
from. There's a bullet in front of it.
I put another bullet.
There is no more darkness in this entire chamber.
Does this
And as you
say-
stand there, in front of you, this ramp levels out and then begins to go down on the other side as well. You're going up, it flattens out, and goes down on the
So I
other
wonder
side.
if we-
change direction
Yeah.
on us?
Yeah.
Let's keep going down then. Yeah, we're going back down the other side now.
You begin to go down the other side, and it's not that much further. Maybe only like 5 minutes or so going around, but you come to a door that is labeled Creation Workshop.
Is there a bullet?
There's a bullet in front of it.
Is there a
and
wall?
There is no wall in front of it.
We fucking did it.
There's a
throw-
hallway that reaches out,
I throw a dagger and just
and
throw
in
it
front of
away.
you, you can see
Comes back at you.
you see almost like a large dais of sorts that's raised up above where you're standing. There's stairs that lead up to it. At the top of it, there's like a large stone carved basin of sorts. You step through briefly, not too much. You look up and you can just see all around this chamber there's lights. These blue lights that are set up. There's pillars with small figures that look very similar to
Drinking one of them.
nestled on each of those pillars.
While people are looking in, all I hear is. I'm gonna drink a health potion.
And up above you,
I'm also drinking.
in this cavern stretches for maybe 50, 60, 70, 80 feet up.
How much does it heal us for?
Up above you,
2d4
you can
plus
make out almost like a nested. It seems like almost a natural cavern roof with glittering white
Yeah,
and silver
No, you
veins
can do that if you want. It heals
of
you too.
metal,
What?
just like
Oh, wait.
stretching out around it and through it.
Cool.
They look almost like vines or wings,
Veiny?
just stretching from up in the middle of the rock cavern
Like veins
down
of water.
into the chamber, either along the wall or just like hanging, dangling free. And right underneath this, there's a stone basin, and around it, there's all sorts of strange. Really, from here, what you can make out, it's this room itself is very strange and awe-inspiring to you. And all of the different things in this room, you have no idea what any of them do. Harriet just immediately chimed in. Yep, this is the place. Looks a lot brighter now, though. You know, I think we might have found something way bigger than this. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Does the basin have water?
Arkmir, go
You
touch
haven't
it.
gone up there yet.
Go climb up and find it.
I used a health potion.
No,
You're
not
gonna
using
use
anything?
just the health potion?
Just a regular healing.
I thought you were chugging number 5 here,
No.
so I was like, whoa.
I actually rolled 2 4s, so it's 8 or 10 damage.
You just. What are you doing? He's just like. Why is that another room?
My dreams of being Iron Man are dwindling.
Who are you?
I don't even
Who
know
are
who
you?
I am.
Yeah, I don't believe a word
I
you
want to
said.
get rid of my
I
face.
really wish your art from Sunny Ray was literally just like with a just like this.
Like that?
It's like googly eyes.
Yeah.
Your eyes like drooping. You're like, guys, look in here. Look
Yeah,
this.
it's with me the whole time.
What?
It's a gift. All right. Anyway,
You
thanks,
what?
guys. We'll
He
see you
doesn't
next
like it.
time. Bye.
Bye.